from the Midwest Paranormal presents Open Lines on Paranormal Soup. This is my first test at Open Lines night. This basically is a paranormal hangout. I got my panel investigators from the Midwest, Pennsylvania, and all the way overseas in the UK. So we're going to have a great night tonight. I hope just paranormal discussion. I want the audience tonight to direct the discussion. Either get on the Q&A and send us a question, or you can call in through Skype. My Skype ID is oojblandoo. That's JBLANDOO. You'll see it on my little screen in a sec. You can contact us on there. Add us to contacts. You'll talk to Judy, and she'll get you on. I'll explain more in just a minute. All right, it's Open Lines night tonight, and I am nervous as hell. I've been wanting to do this, so I got my panel investigators to help me out tonight to kind of keep the conversation going. There's no guests. I got my panel. They're not even guests. They're kind of co-hosts tonight. Just to discuss and talk.
Even got video on. It's not fair.
Oh, that is. We got Lisa Hughes from the United Kingdom. What's your hometown?
Buxton, Derbyshire.
Okay, and then we got Michael James from Pennsylvania. Say hi, Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Hi, Lisa.
And then I got our president of Midwest Paranormal, Josh Myers, on. I was hoping to get our science officer, Chris Beal, on. He said he'd come on, but I think he probably fell asleep. Past his bedtime. Sadly, I advertised David Fernandez as another investigator I've had on before on a night. He had somebody call off sick from his work, and he's super bummed out. He could not make it. But I told him, hey, any other time, I'll get you on. Don't worry about it, buddy. So it's just us tonight. We're going to just roll through some of the World Wide Web here in a second and talk about those videos. And we'll play other videos. I got EVP stuff to play. But what I really set this up for, if you look at the bottom of my screen, it says Skype ID, oojblandoo. That's my Skype ID.
Guys.
Yeah, you can call in through the Skype. You'll talk to Judy. Don't do it yet. I'm going to do my World Wide Web of Weird. Okay. When I start saying take calls, call in.
Call in for paranormal purposes only. Don't call in to creep on Lisa.
Yeah. I went and tagged.
Stop laughing.
I went and tagged Lisa in a bunch of posts I put out on Facebook, and she had all these guys hitting up on her on Facebook. Sorry, Lisa. I won't do that again. But anyways, you can call in through Skype. If you got a good ghost story, a UFO story, a cryptoid story, or any other kind of paranormal experience, please call into the show. I wanted you to talk. If you're a fan of the show, I don't know how many fans I actually have. Maybe a small group, but I don't care. I love you all. Call in the show if you want to just talk about what you've seen or what you want to see on the show, or you got a guest idea. I don't care. You want to call in and say hi, I'll take your call. This is my first test of this. I'm kind of testing this out for the Halloween show. I kind of want to do this for the Halloween show, too. So I'm hoping this works out.
I get dressed up and everything.
Yeah, Lisa here is hanging on to 4 a.m. right now at her time, so she's a super trooper here for being a guest. And this is her second show in a row doing it.
I'm a night owl. I'm used to it. I'm okay.
Yeah, you're an insomniac, a severe insomniac. Yeah. All right, so I know. All right, so we're gonna get to World Wide Web of Weird. I have a ton because I've been away from it, and I had a really short segment. I think with last few shows I've had short World Wide Web of Weird. So this is going to be a long one tonight, because especially with UFOs. I've talked about it before. If I get away from UFO videos and showing them on here, a crap load pile up. I don't know why. There just seems to be a lot in the last couple of years that seem to pop up every week. So here we go. I'm going to get this going. I got to also, you'll be seeing me looking down at my Skype line because I know Judy could call me with a caller, but like I said, don't call in just yet. Let me get the World Wide Web of Weird going in, and we'll try to start take callers. Right,
before you start, you have my personal guarantee, no snoring tonight.
Yes. Some of you might have saw his show previously. Josh is a fireman, and he has very crazy, messed up hours sometimes, and he ended up losing connection and getting back on and waiting for that.
You work hard, Josh, and I respect you so much for what you do.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. So World Wide Web of Weird. Tonight's show. God, where do I start? There is so much, and I didn't erase some of it, so I got to remember. I don't want to show stuff I've already showed. Let's go. Let me go all the way down. I had a recent. Let's see. Okay, this one started circling around the web recently. This is going to do the ghost front first. A child you'll see in this video is singing. And she's like up back against her bed. She's got sheets over her. And when her father saw the video later, he freaked out. He actually left the house. That's according to the story. This was actually on Yahoo News. They've talked about this. He left the house. He was freaked out because there's another voice in the video starts singing with her and starts pulling on the sheets. So
I think I watched this the other night, you know.
Yeah, it was all over Facebook. I think a lot of people see it, so we're going to watch it and discuss for a sec. Let me pull it up.
Do you believe in angels? Well, according to some polls, 3/4 of Americans do. But if you're among the skeptics, you might want to change your...
Wrong one. Hold on. Got the wrong one. This is it. I didn't even want to play that one tonight. I should have took it off the feed. This is spooky footage of a ghost crawling under a young girl's bed that's convinced a terrified father of one to move out. I get my hair raises on the back of my neck on this video.
It is really freaky. If it is actually an EVP, that is awesome because it's just so loud and so real.
And if you, what they're trying to show you too in the video is that it's moving the sheets on her. Like she's back farther in bed, but it's moving the sheets down below. Now that could be her kicking around enough maybe to move it, but it does look like something's trying to move the sheets too while she's doing it.
Yeah.
This freaked out.
I'm kind of on the fence about this one because every time I see a video like this, I see 2 or 3 others in the recent history, and 2 of them were debunked totally by somebody was messing around with it on the side. Could be real, but I'm not convinced yet.
Yeah.
I was actually, when I first watched it, I thought, well, that could easily be him singing away and not realizing that he's singing away with her and just totally forgetting. And because it does sound just so like a human voice. It doesn't sound like an EVP.
You'd think, though, if he's that freaked out about it, that he would remember. At some point, but wait a second, that's me. Because most of the time when you see something or something happens like, that's got to be me, Because, the only other way it is to me, is if it's a hoax, That's
I mean, only he could know whether it was him or not. I mean, we don't know.
But I'm more on the side of hoax for this one because I can't buy this one.
Yeah. So Mike Vokes hoax, I'm up in the air on it. It creeps me out. If it's real, that's really, really, really creepy. We'll play a little bit more.
Yeah, that sounds like the father, yes.
Yeah. I've had EVPs that are really, really strong, but they only last a couple of seconds. That seemed to have lasted a lot longer than a usual EVP.
But sometimes they do. I've heard evidence. I've had it on my own where they last longer than just one phrase or a clip.
Yeah.
I played on the show. Mike McDowell has a beautiful clip.
I'm just totally torn between.
Yeah.
I really don't know.
Mike McDowell, the founder of IGT and Ghost Trackers here, a group we used to belong to, he played on my show. One of my favorites ones of, and I think this was a Gettysburg one, I believe, of a woman singing a song. I mean, it's like full song almost, So they can go longer than just one word, or
I know that, but usually, if they do go and say it like a whole sentence, usually it's really, really quiet or, really hard to hear.
All right, so now, let's see, before I get into UFOs, let me see, I had one cryptoid thing I thought. it's always hard for me to find a good new UFO or cryptoid or ghost video. But man, you see, I'm scrolling up here. I got a ton of UFO ones. All right, here we go. Oh, I played the drone. I don't think I even got a Bigfoot one on this one. Darn it. We'll start off with a debunk of I'm going to play this. This was all over all over Facebook as well.
What the fuck is that? Nigga, that's
Yeah, I saw this one the other day.
Yeah, as you see at this caption screen, everybody has seen this. It was an Atlas V rocket launched from Cape.
Yeah.
It does appear like it's an Atlas V. I definitely believe it's a rocket, but man, what's going on? I didn't think.
I know, and it's strange. It's like something that we've never ever seen before.
I mean, I definitely believe it's a rocket from Cape Canaveral, but I would like to know why it's not going like more up.
I know.
Why is it going sideways?
I think they had some technical difficulties with that one.
Yeah, and it freaked a bunch of people, and near an airport. So it freaking a bunch of people. Of course, I don't think it's that near an airport, but it looks like it because the what.
If I was there, I'd be running to hide.
Yeah. So anybody that saw this, it's been debunked. It's not a UFO. It was
You're
Atlas.
still using the Atlas V?
Yeah.
I actually posted it on my actual
Crap, didn't we
Facebook
use
because I
those
just loved it.
Yeah.
Booster rockets these days, from what I hear.
Yeah.
Didn't we use the Atlas V's for the Gemini missions?
I think so.
Yeah, they did.
Wow.
Yeah. Hey, if it don't work, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, I guess. Or maybe it is broke.
Yeah, if it's going sideways, something's wrong.
And it looks like it's blowing up, too. Like something's gone horribly wrong. But they don't comment. They said, no, it's just an Atlas V rocket. They don't say, oh, and it went wrong and it blew up or it was not going right. No, they just said, no, it was an Atlas V rocket. No, tell us what went wrong. We want to know what went wrong. All right. I had one thing I thought on the cryptoid. It was somebody posted this, and I have about a mermaid spotting. I'm like, oh, come on. Yeah, I don't know if you guys ever saw the mermaid special, the Horrible Mermaid documentary. It was Fakeola on.
I don't think I saw that one.
Oh God, I wanted to play this because I'm like, I'm not saying mermaid's going to be real, but somebody's like, this is a mermaid. No, I'm like, it's a hot lady on a beach, and now it's deleted from my Facebook. It said deleted video, and I think it's nope, there it is. Got it, right under the deleted video. This is my cryptoid. I don't believe it at all, people. I don't believe it's a mermaid, but I gotta play it because it made me laugh. It's from August 10th. Crap, I forgot to send an invite out the top.
You could do that while we're watching.
I am. Oops, that's me. I'm gonna mute the crappy audio. It's a hot, skinny dipping lady. It's not. Why did they? It's from Peru. Yeah, she looks like a blonde chick, I'm sure. But I mean, it's probably a blonde chick taking a vacation in Peru. They said she went underwater and disappeared. Well, show me that. Stop taking pictures.
Life's too short to just hide. Jump in and.
I might believe it if there was a little red crab singing Under the Sea.
Oh God.
You can't even see a tail or anything. So.
Yeah, I was like, okay, is the tail gonna flip up in the air? I'd be like, I still think it's fake, but at least make it look better.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me get this straight. This guy says this is a mermaid. He's in Peru, and it looks like he was in a mountain lake. Is that about right?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. And it was the subject says that the siren was among a period of 3 to 5 seconds to be observed, and then of course was submerged in the water quickly.
Well, if you're a woman that's not wearing any clothes and somebody's taking a picture of you, you might go underwater too.
Yeah, you'd be like, shit, I'm being eyed on here. Let me get under the water.
What in the world made this guy think it's a mermaid? No, I think you're a pervert probably taking a picture of some hot chick going skinny dipping. Maybe.
Sampling something from the local mountains.
Yeah. All right, so now into the crazy UFO front. There's a ton. I'll play a few of them, and then if we don't have a lot of callers or anything, maybe we'll go back to some of these tonight. And then I got other stuff. So there's so many. I'm definitely not gonna play them all. You
got to show the picture of the case that I told you about.
Shut up! I forgot about that. I pulled Facebook up and I was lagging, so I shut it down. I was gonna show it off of there, and I forgot. Josh is a smart ass. He goes, hey, I got a UFO case for that MUFON guy you had on. He shows me a picture of it says UFO caught on tape, and it's a drawn picture of a UFO and a scotch tape. I'm like, you're a jerk. All right. UFO.
Made you laugh, though.
It did make me laugh. All right, UFO over Buckingham Fountain, United States of Chicago. Yeah, let's get rid of their music. August 12th, 2015. Let's see. Family was walking near Buckingham Fountain when they noticed an object with bright lights over the lake. Lake Michigan, for you people who don't know about Chicago. Never seen anything like this in Chicago, having lived here my entire life. It's possible it could be a drone. That's the big one now, people. Everybody's like, is it a drone? Is it a UFO? Is it Superman?
Again, with the blurry pictures, that's what we get 90% of the time, so you can't figure out what half of it is.
I've noticed that. They're all blurry.
Oh, yeah.
Most of them.
If I wouldn't have forgotten to send the invite out to Todd, which I did now. If you're watching, Todd, I sent it. Look for it. I'm sorry. I sent all these invites out, and I'm like, why is Todd not on? And I'm like, oh, because I didn't send him an invite. Todd's biggest complaint about UFO pictures, Bigfoot pictures, UFO video. Bigfoot video is they're always the blurriest, crappiest that you can get. But like I always point out, if it was really clear, you won't believe it.
I know.
I would like to say...
It'd be like, fake! Even though, you know, go on.
With the drones right now, it's so hard to say. You know, to me, it could very possibly be somebody playing with a drone. And that's what's going to be a lot of these. Now, some of these, you know, drones can go really high, but the lights they have on them, you know, aren't the brightest sometimes. So I don't know, but here's a thermal imaging of it.
That could be.
We probably don't even know half of what the government are using.
True. What are you going to say, Mike?
That could be a drone somebody threw chem lights on. That's the way it's going to show up on the phone.
Yeah, true. You know, the FAA's got to be like totally, like very concerned about the drones, because they're dangerous, man. I mean, think about one of these things can go pretty high. Some of them.
Well, not only that, did you see that video of that drone that was shooting a gun?
Yeah, we talked about that on another episode. Maybe the one you fell asleep on, I think, Josh. but yeah, that's just, you know, we have I was saying when Judy brought that up, it's like you got active shooters, now you're gonna have active drone shooters. That's just freaking scary.
Is Judy still here?
No, she's waiting on the Skype line for people when I get done with World Wide Web of Weird. She didn't want to feedback. She's watching right now, though. Hopefully.
Okay.
All right. Here's another one from August. I pull them all up, the most recent ones. Some of these, they don't tell me where they are. I'm just playing them because I see them come up on the YouTube. And just because I play it doesn't mean I believe it's real. I'm just showing and discussing people.
You're entertaining people.
This one's another one. It doesn't tell you where it is. It says August 2015, and I don't know what the three eyes are for, but maybe the 3rd, August the 3rd. Again, this could be a drone.
That looks more like stuff I saw over Mexico City a few years ago. It's mylar balloons spinning in the wind.
Oh.
It looks like a deflated helium balloon that's just flying yonder.
Well, it does look like it appears to have some kind of lights on it, but it could be reflection there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Reflection, probably.
The way that it's spinning in that. But it does seem like it does have a blinking light somewhat going on. See that?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go with Mylar and balloon on that one.
Yeah, it definitely could be.
It depends what the material of the balloon is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta go with Mike on that one.
Yeah. Just another crazy UFO video. There's a ton of them. More to go.
Damn this thing.
What's wrong? All right, August 30th.
Look how bright that is. Holy shit.
Oh,
Oh, what's that?
Oh, shit! Australia.
You guys hear me all right?
Yeah.
Okay. I still have issues with this headset. It's been working this whole time, and then it just cuts out of nowhere.
Could be your connection going out.
Do you not have a webcam, Josh?
Do what?
Do you have a webcam?
No.
No.
But you see this thing flying through the sky. It's two lights. It could be a plane, in my opinion. Like 2 lights on the wings or so. All right, security team's coming up with one here. So that one was Australia. This is from secure team. This was from the September 1st. I like this one. This is a kid playing in the pool, and you're gonna see like a this right up here. You guys see it? It's like right above him up there.
Yeah, on the right.
Newport Beach.
That's really strange.
I love pillar UFOs. I don't know.
What do you think it is, Jason?
Well, there's always the hoax possibility, but it doesn't have the qualities of hoax. I mean, this kid's playing. Somebody could have added that in digitally, right there, definitely. But if it's real, I love it because I always love the pillar-looking UFOs because that goes back to me the biblical times of the the pillar in the sky and the Israelites. So I love it whenever I do see a pillar UFO. I think they're really cool. And the big UFO I saw was a pillar. It was huge. It flew over Michigan City. So whenever I see one, I'm totally fascinated and interested. You can see
I can't believe you got the chance to see one. I've never seen a UFO.
Yeah, it's my only real UFO experience was that. It was crazy. But they did a good job. If it's CG, they did a good job. You see it going in and out of the clouds. It can be done, though. It can totally be CG.
Hi, your team. We've got another interesting UFO video for you guys today. Now, this footage of this craft that you can see above the child here who's jumping into the water was recorded at Newport Beach, which was actually out in front of Oprah's old $65 million house in Camino Shores. Now, if you guys remember or follow us regularly, we posted a recent video, I think it was the video before this last one, of a UFO that was caught by the horrified parents of a 9-year-old child, in which this UFO had been stalking the child for weeks.
This is a creepy one.
Ended up actually calling police because they were so distraught over the entire situation. We posted that video for them, and thanks to you guys, that video has reached upwards of 800,000 views in the past 4 or 5 days, and we just want to give you guys a big
Nice.
It's definitely important to get this footage out. The mainstream media is not following it. So once again, thank you guys for that. And as you can see in the footage here, we have this black rectangular shaped UFO. Now, unless the Air Force is flying these black rectangular UFOs, and we just don't know it yet, I'd say we've got a pretty legitimate UFO video here. There doesn't seem to be any plane around the UFO that would suggest that it's a banner, an advertisement pulled by a plane. There was no plane seen in sight, but the source of the video, and the UFO stands pretty still in the sky. It's very mysterious. You can see a zoomed-in picture of that right now. The father of the child, by the way, big thanks to Michael F. for sending this footage in, asked us if we could please blur his son's face, which is completely understandable, so we took care of that and not be too careful with the amount of trolls here online. And
yeah, you know about that, Lisa.
Yep. Damn trolls.
But what's
You know what it could be?
Go ahead.
We were promised by Robert Zemeckis to have flying cars by 2015.
Yeah.
And then 9/11 happened. yeah, that's kind of screwed that.
Jason,
Yeah.
I was just looking on the web and everything, and it reminded me of a silhouette I saw a while ago in my military career. There's a blimp hangar not too far away from where this guy is. It's in Newport News.
That's a good catch, Mike. So a blimp hangar is near Newport Beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be it. Yeah, that's a great call out. See, in Secure Team, people called up. It's like, don't play Secure Team stuff. They're video whores. They put anything and everything out there. Well, so do I. I don't say any of it's real. I just play it, let you decide and discuss, and look for those kind of comments. And that's what tonight's about too. If you've ever seen anything on my show before you had an issue with it, feel free to call in and tell me you debunked it. You get, hey, that one video show, blah blah blah. Tell me. I'm all ears. So that's a very good possibility on that one. All right.
Blow it up and get MetLife on the side.
Oh yeah. All right. Now I love the International Space Station stuff. This is August 30th. UFO, strange near International Space Station, August 30th. Close-up view.
I've been seeing these kind of videos on Facebook and on NASA feeds for a long time. I don't think anybody's ever figured out what they are yet.
Yeah, oh my, that's what I love about the International Space Station, the NASA feed, is that they got all these people trolling that and finding this weird stuff, and then I love it when NASA tries to shut it down. There's countless of these these videos people put up, and you'll see, like, look at this strange thing, and then, oh, the feed shuts down. We're having technical difficulties right now. Thank you, from NASA.
Well, and I mean, in all honesty, how much crap is floating around up there?
I was thinking that it might just be a collection of, debris and I don't know.
Bunch of astronaut poop collected? I don't know.
Yeah.
No, they
flying poop in space. Who knows?
I think they stopped ejecting their poop into space a long time ago because of the contamination factors and stuff like that. But I don't know. It's interesting, and I love everything. Every time I see a NASA, and I got a few more on here tonight, I think, too. Here, we'll just go down to the next one. Here's another one. ISIS, August 2015. Now, this one, to me, could be... now, this guy's filming it off his screen. You see the live stream. He's catching it right now at that moment on NASA's live stream. He pulls out his camera to start filming it. It's a white spot. It could be something on the camera of the NASA feed, unless it starts moving. I don't remember. No, that was it. It could have been a white spot on the feed. Stuff. There's debris, like you said, little teeny debris, and who knows.
It could be a UFO. I mean, I don't believe for 1 minute that we're the only people on this planet. Universe.
No, I don't believe that at all. No. And I'm a big fan of the multiverse theory. If there's all these different kinds of ships and all these different kind of aliens, it's hard for me to believe that they'd all be coming to our small little crappy rock. But if there's the multiverse theory of if there's other parallel dimensions and dimensions where there's future versions of us out there traveling back to parallel universe timeline.
Well, apparently, every time we make a decision, it splits into another dimension.
It's kind of the concept of it. Let's say you're an Earth civilization. You've moved away from the planet. Let's say you've genetically altered yourself so much you don't even appear like your ancestors. They don't even appear like us anymore. You're living on, planet Xindi somewhere out in whatever, and your race is dying because you did something genetically wrong around the timeline. And what are you going to do? you have the option. If you're that far away, you're a class 3 civilization or a 4 or whatever. You have the ability to somehow travel back into a timeline. It doesn't affect your future because it's a parallel universe, and study humans and take DNA samples and try to fix yourselves. It's possible.
Yeah.
And then you got all the other creative things. What if the dinosaurs, for instance, on a parallel timeline, didn't go extinct?
Well, I think the aliens very well could just be us.
Yeah, or like I said, like the dinosaurs. If the dinosaurs didn't go extinct, paleontologists tell you there was a bipedal walked on 2 legs, a creature that could have evolved into something more intelligent with opposable thumbs.
Mm-hmm.
They become intelligent, they discover great technology, and at some point are able to travel to parallel universes, and then we're seeing reptilian people, and then we get into the whole David Icke thing. And they're possessing the royal family. Lisa, you got to get out of England.
I know.
The Queen Mother is a reptilian that's going to eat your heart out.
It's alien.
I don't want to pick on David Icke. If you look, when I turn my screen on, you'll about see 5 books of his behind me. We've talked about it before. He's got a lot of good messages in the book, but I don't know if I buy everything. So, all right. Have you ever read anything by David Icke, Lisa?
No.
No. Do you even know who he is? Do you even know who he is? I'm just curious. Since
No, I don't. Sorry.
Okay, no, that's cool. That's cool. He's from England, so I was just curious, and I wonder if anybody from England what they think of David Icke, if they've ever heard of him there. He used to be a newscaster, and he one day got on TV in a teal jumpsuit and started telling people about how he opened his mind and discovered this enlightenment, and he was a messiah almost, or something like that, and right on live TV. And kind of got laughed at. I actually feel bad for him in that video. He was going through something then.
Yeah.
Okay. I got one more thing to show, and then we're going to try to see if we can get this open line thing going. The last Sunday, we did the ITC Collective Night, which we're going to do a monthly special for the ITC Collective, Instrumental Transcommunication. Matt Payne from England was on the show. Well, right before the show, there's a storm. And he had told me before the show, hey, before I get on, I'm going to be firing up my spirit box because there's a storm happening, and that's when he likes to do it. He says he gets good results. After getting, doing his spirit box sessions and then hopping on the show, he didn't get to review it. After the show, he got to review it, and he found this and made this little cool promo video for my show because obviously I got some fans on the other side. Maybe more fans on the other side than I do in reality. I don't know. Here we go. Play that one more time. I love it.
Fire it up.
I want to thank Matt for that. That was awesome. He said he's going to help me make another promo video or some kind. But yeah, he sent that to me when he first found it. Just the video of it and of the spirit box response. And I'm like, what the f? You're kidding me? He's like, no, I'm not. I'm serious. I'm like, oh wow, okay. And then he said, I'm going to make a little promo video with that. You got to show that. It's got to be, that'd be awesome. That night.
That sounded really soupy though to me, like whoa.
But
Did you hear it? Okay, I didn't.
It's hard to hear on here. I don't know. Maybe I got the audio all the way up. Sometimes if you go back and play it afterwards, sometimes it plays better. But going through our feed here on Hangouts, it's hard to hear some of the things. Sucks for EVP review. Playback though, when I play these things back on the show, they come across are better. I don't know why. It's just us hearing each other. Sometimes it doesn't.
Jason, can you send me to that in email? I'll put it out to the different sites that I'm on here, and we'll start advertising it some more.
Yeah, yeah, I'll definitely send you. I'll give you the link or whatever. I can give you the link on Messenger. You can copy and paste it, send it all out.
That'll work. Thanks.
All right, cool. Yeah, and then Matt sent me the raw file of it so I could put it on my my YouTube channel too and have it right up one of the first things people see.
All right.
All right, so let me get the screen share off. It's 10:35. Let's see.
4:35 for me.
Yeah, 4:45 a.m. for her. What time is it for you, Mike?
11:35.
We're hitting all the different time zones. So, if you're watching live right now, it says I got 7 viewers. Some people might be behind in the feed. So if you're not watching it totally live, you're just catching up, you'll be good to go. If you're watching it live now, if you send Judy, she's on my Skype ID right now, oojblandoo. You send her a contact thing, and you can call in, and then she'll get you on. She'll call me, and then we'll get you on the show. So if you want to call in, now's the time. We're going to start talking. We're going to talk about stuff we've seen and that, what's going on. I'll wait and see. Try to keep my eye on the phone and make sure I see if Judy calls me with somebody. So please, if you want to call in, try to do. I'm going to see if we can get some callers and get some people talking to us on the show. So now's the time. If you want to call, start calling. If you don't get through, try again. Maybe wait a few minutes because if I do get somebody on and you're trying to get on, Judy can't take it. So just wait and try to call back, or she'll try to call you as long as you added her to your contacts. So while we're waiting to see if we got any calls, let me talk about my guest a little bit. Lisa is from the UK. We met on ITC Collective, which, like I said, is instrumental transcommunication, which is using spirit box devices and that. I would like tonight to play. I played last week her original Colin Fry video, which I want to say, Nick Rhodes, thank you.
It didn't play very well, did it, last week?
It didn't. I screwed it. That's my bad. The way I played it. But you got a new one that's even better, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Shorter. But I like some of the responses you got on there, and you got a creepy kids response. I'd like to pull up the screen share again. I got that on my YouTube channel, ready to go. But it's interesting. We talked about this on the collective too. That people kind of gave her grief about trying to contact somebody who just passed over, and somebody that was famous, British medium Colin Fry, that it was disrespectful. I can understand the people saying that, but the thing is that people get really good responses through that, and it doesn't matter when you contact them, right after or later. Some people can just find it disrespectful no matter when you do it. So either you like it or you don't. This is just a field of research that's just trying to reach out and find if there's a way to communicate. And if it's a better way to communicate because they just passed over and you get better results, they're going to try it. And they're not trying to be disrespectful at all. And Lisa is a very kind-hearted person that took that to heart when people said it and tried to remove her video.
And if you look at the theories, one of the theories of why people hang around and try to communicate is because they have a message they need to get out. And if you don't make an effort to get that message as soon as possible, then I think it's pretty rude to leave them hanging around for so long without trying to find out what they want.
In my opinion, they will go to whoever is there, ready and listening.
Yeah, and I see a lot of that on the ITC Collective. I've seen some people post and stuff about recent family member died, and then somebody on the collective finds some evidence, for that person, and they were miles and miles away, and something came through that convinced that other person that's real. We're going to talk about that next ITC Collective show. I got some really cool evidence from that. I don't want to play it here on this tonight's show. That'll be for the collective, so tune in for that. But let me get the screen share back up. I'm going to play Lisa's video while we're waiting. I had to keep checking down to make sure because I can't hear if she calls me. I have to just keep my eye on.
Which one's this? Which ones are you playing?
This is your latest Colin Fry.
All right.
All right. 1 second to pull it up here.
Colin Fry, are you there? Colin Fry.
up. Back to the creepy video. I hate how it clips right over the next video. It seems that I don't want to die, though, is another spirit coming in. Is that what you think?
Yeah, I really do.
Because it sounded like a totally different voice. It sounded like almost a child's voice, I thought.
For some reason, I get a lot of children that are lost. I don't know why. I just do.
To me, that's the saddest thing when I get a child's voice on an EVP. That it breaks my heart. I played it before.
But it makes me want me to do this even more, you know, if it means that I'm helping them in some way.
They're the creepiest, but the saddest kind of clips to get as evidence of children. Mike, have you gotten children? I'm guessing you have, for how much investigating you've done.
Yeah, I get children a lot. The experience I have is not too dissimilar from what Lisa has. Lisa, I think, this is just my opinion, they're drawn to you because you have some sort of a connection with them, and they see it, and you see it as well. And I agree with other people that as soon as someone passes over, they have a lot of unfinished business.
Yeah.
Need to have taken care of. So
their intention is more, you know, they really do want to get that message out there and then, and that's why they come in, I think, more at the beginning than ever before, because you just have to get their message out, and they will even talk in their own voice more if it's fresher, if you know what I mean.
The problem being is that when you have someone contacting you that has something to do, some business they've left behind, some message they want to give you, some of the experiences I've had is you have to watch who comes through, because sometimes they're not alone, or it's not who they say they are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very well. If you don't, you know, like if you don't, you know, protect yourself, or you don't state that you want, you know, a certain spirit there, you can get all sorts of spirits coming in saying that they're somebody and they're not.
Let me, Chris has sent he sent me a message a while ago, said, ready when you are. I'm like, I sent you an invite. Sometimes invites get lost. I'm going to send an invite out to Chris, our science officer. Chris Beals, our technical coordinator. We call him our science officer, because me, Josh, and Chris are big geeks and Star Trek geeks. Hold on. Sending it out to you, Chris. Hope you're going to get it. Speaking of that too, I wanted to play. I didn't get to play this on the ITC Collector tonight, and just a refresh on that of how these replies happen. Somebody recently passed over. We had Steve Huff on last week. Let me see if I can get to my feed here. And he got a lot of flack when he did the Robin Williams clip. Now he doesn't care. He's like, I'm gonna do it, and he's done B.B. King. He's done the Sandra Bland case. But the Robin Williams one, he got a lot of flack for. So let me play that one, just so people get an idea of what we're talking about here.
Hey guys, this is Steve Huff at Huff Paranormal. I just want to give you guys a little intro to this video because there's gonna be a few people who are not gonna like it. I had 2 or 3 people out of hundreds say that it was in bad taste to post a video where I try to contact Robin Williams. Let me just explain how all of this started and why it would be in bad taste if I didn't do this. First of all, the day Robin passed, I'm a huge fan of Robin Williams. I've seen every single one of his movies. I used to watch Mork and Mindy when I was a kid.
It's my favorite show as a kid.
I have huge respect for Robin Williams. Always been a fan of his. With that out of the way, the day he passed, he took his own life, as we know, due to depression and inner demons he had, and things that many of us had no idea about, because he always had to be on for the camera. He always had to smile. He always had to be the funny guy. He had some things going on in his life, including depression, which is very, very sad. And it was very sad for me to see him leave us like this. So the day he passed, I had my box on, and I, out of the blue, just asked for Robin Williams. A couple of replies came in that sounded a lot like his voice, which made me think, you know, and I've been doing this for so long now, and I've seen, heard, and felt so many incredible things. It is my belief that anything is possible when it comes to this type of stuff, paranormal, spirit communication. Was it Robin Williams? I have no idea. I have no way to say or confirm or verify in any way, shape, or form what or who comes through ever. All I can say is it sounded like him, and it came in right after I asked for him. So with that out of the way, my next session that I did, I didn't even ask for Robin, but I got a voice again that came through sounding just like him. Then on a third night, on a group night, I had his name mentioned. Can Robin come?
I'm going to get him through to that. Sorry, I was letting it go because I am trying to help get Chris on, but you know, he's explaining, you know, he got a lot of flack for this. Let me get to the actual clips.
Are you there, Robin? Are you with the angels, Robin? Thank you, Robin. Robin, if you're there, can you come through?
That I'm dead bit's definitely him, I think.
I got an update too here on the Skype thing. Judy just texted me, said Skype decided to update on her suddenly, so it's updating right now. So if you're trying to call, try back. She's waiting for Skype to update. Don't you love that? Technical difficulties. Judy's the queen of them, but I love her. She's doing her best. But yeah, it's got to. The moment it's going to update, it's we're trying to do this on the show. You go figure. You know, Murphy's Law. If it can go wrong, and go wrong. But this is my test. I want to. Hopefully, by the time I get to Halloween, we got some more interest and get some more live viewers and stuff, and get people on. Chris is on. Hey, our science officer.
Yay.
Hey.
Hey, I'm so happy to have you on the show finally, buddy.
All right. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
All right.
But
I can't see you okay.
yeah. It's dark in the Beale house. Chris is our technical coordinator in Midwest Paranormal here in LaPorte, Indiana. We've been with him for a while, and he lovingly is called our science officer, like I said before, because me, Josh, and Chris are big Star Trek geeks. So sorry, Chris. I sent you an invite a while ago, but for your face popped up and everything.
Do you know what? I've never, ever, ever watched a Star Trek ever.
Blue.
What?
Never.
So when you saw my Star Trek Minecraft project, you're probably like, what is this?
No, I have seen it before because my son was into it and he's got all the models and everything.
Oh, well, you got a good kid there.
I just never watched the film myself. Yet.
So, Chris, I don't know if you saw any of that. We're playing some of the stuff from Steve Huff because I didn't get to play it on the other show, the ITC Collective. We talked about it a lot. It was his Robin Williams clip and his Sandra Bland clip. And Lisa had her Colin Fry clip about communicating people right after they die if it's disrespectful or not. And, I really, I can understand why people say that. And it's even reason why I don't like to hunt at cemeteries sometimes because I'm a bit afraid of pissing somebody off. A friend of mine, I won't say his name because I don't know if he wants his name out there on this, but he got recent, somebody saw one of his YouTube ITC things in a cemetery, and somebody told him that they would he better watch his back or he's going to end up in a grave or something along those lines. So if you're an investigator and you want to do cemeteries, I'm not telling you not to, but get permission, get the police to know you're there, and remember, you might piss somebody off.
Oh, I've had it happen.
Yeah.
In this day and age, what can you do that's not going to piss someone off?
True.
And you'll probably be called crazy as well.
Yeah.
The guy talking to me was telling me he was going to pave my way to hell.
Oh, jeez. What? Yeah, I understand the criticism for, like I said, for people going to cemeteries. If you do, just remember you should never provoke in a cemetery. Whatever you do, I don't believe in provoking anyways, like negatively, but definitely not in a cemetery. You should be at the utmost respect if you do any kind of cemetery investigation. You should be you're walking in a sacred place, and you don't want to treat it any other way.
Has anybody ever had somebody walk through them?
You treat them just like they are, as if they're alive.
What were you saying, Mike?
Has anybody ever? I have a teammate that a little while ago we were down in Norristown, Pennsylvania, and we're near a monument called the Durr Monument, and all of a sudden we still think it was Mr. Durr decided to walk straight through her, knocked her right down on the ground.
Holy crap!
Yeah. After that, we ended up having to carry her out of there. She was stunned for about the next hour.
All right, Judy just sent me a message. If you're trying to call on Skype, go ahead and try. She's back on. I don't know if anybody's trying. I had a number of people say they were going to try to call in. I don't know. Don't know how well this is going to work. We're trying. It might not work at all tonight. I might not get one caller. Oh well. This is also about. I just wanted to have an open night where I didn't have a guest and we could just talk about whatever in the paranormal field. Maybe it's not good. Maybe I won't get a lot of viewers, but I partly, one of the reasons I put this show together is to meet other investigators and talk about this field and have a place to just hang out and discuss. Because even in our Midwest Paranormal group, we only get together once a month. It's all hard for us all to get to plan everything and get together and meet. It's hard to get that 1 month together. With Hangouts, it's great. We can get together and we can get together with people all the way over in the UK.
I don't have hardly anybody in my town that does what I do.
I hear that a lot.
It's really great that ITC's here,
Yeah, no, and I hear that a lot. David that was going to try to come on tonight, he's told me he didn't have hardly anybody around in his area to investigate with. He has some great pictures I was going to show tonight, and Dave said go ahead and show them. I want to wait. I want Dave on here to talk about it. I don't want to just show his pictures without him or to talk on them, but it's going to be a lot of controversy when I do because Josh, Chris, they're orb pictures. But there's something, but hey, you know what? I will give them some, it's really weird. I'm bringing them up. I'm probably going to have to show them now. They're really weird. Like the guy, he's got some meeting with a guy that's basically pointing, and there's the orb where he's pointing, or he puts his hands out and it's almost like floating his hands. And David was there, and I trust David. He's not a hoaxer. He's very skeptical of crap, and he's not big into orbs. And he's got a lot of flack for these. So next time I get David on, we're going to talk about these and show these and start a lot of controversy. If you go to Midwest Paranormal on Facebook, you'll see our symbol is the it's orbs with the cross symbol through it, like the Ghostbusters thing. Because as a paranormal investigator, I don't know how many times I get somebody sends me a picture of I got a ghost picture. I'm like, oh boy, it's going to be a dust picture most likely.
Bugs.
Show them more from the ship.
Oh well, those aren't orbs, man. That is not orbs, man. That is not orbs at all. We showed Michael James. If you go back to our previous episode, what was the ship? The U.S. Olympia.
Yeah, the CM45 Olympia in Philadelphia.
Yeah, and those pictures are incredible. Screw it. Oh, I'm going to find them. Hold on. Let me get Facebook up. Since we don't have any callers. I will show Mike since he's here. I've had him on before. Oh, wait. I got a caller. Hold on a second.
All right.
What's up? Who
Hey,
do we
Jennifer
got?
Salsi is on the line for you.
Who do we got? Oh, Jennifer?
Salsi? Yeah.
Oh, hey, Jen.
Hi, Jen.
Can we hear her?
Jen?
Is she on the line, Judy? Because I don't see anybody in a group call.
She was.
Did you lose her?
Let me see if I can, she's paused. It's the same stuff that was happening last night. I'm going to have to resume the call, and I'm going to lose you.
Okay, just hang up with me and call me back.
Okay.
Yeah, Skype's a funny thing. We got it working pretty good towards the end last night when Lisa was falling asleep on us. I'm just going to hang up on Judy and let her call me back. She's got to add. The way it works is you call Judy, and she tries to add me to contacts. Judy is not the most technically savvy person, but she's the one person I trust. And has been a big help to my show. So she's one person I trust to try to do this. Even if she isn't the most technically savvy person, I trust her with my Skype ID and my information and to be a good representative of me on that other line. So she's trying her best, guys.
You're saying you don't trust me? I see how it is.
Well, you wanted to be on the show. Judy's been on the show a lot, so that's why I had her do it.
I'm just messing with you.
If you want to do it one night, I will put you to it, man. Because I'm sure Judy would love to have somebody else do it.
If you're not too busy putting out fires.
Right.
Right. I won't be too busy putting out those because we don't get many here.
Yeah, I was just going to say, we were talking about that the other night. All right, let me get Facebook up. See if we get to Michael's page. You got, hey, where you got those on your profile? I can't remember. You got them on your Paranormal Journal.
I need to go for 2 seconds.
Okay.
They're in the journal also. I really don't look them up that often, so I forgot where they're at.
Okay, hold on. Let me get it going here. While I'm waiting to see if Judy can get her back on, I will look that up. Here it is. That way, for people that haven't seen earlier shows, we're talking. Here's one right on the front of this page here. He's got. We go to photos. Here's the first one.
Yeah.
You guys see it?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not an orb. That's something crazy.
That's an intelligent entity. We asked it to pose for us and to move around, and that's what you're seeing. It's in the number 4 boiler room on board the ship.
Huh. That we got more here. They're some of the best pictures I've seen, man. Let me go down. Where's the more pictures?
I don't know if they're on that. I know I put one on that. It might be on the other one.
Let me go to albums. Maybe.
And there's my book.
Oh shoot! You took the pictures off. I used to have them on. The first when we showed them on the show, I put them up on my website since we were planning to do this, but didn't have them up here. So, but that's at least one of the pictures you get to see. He's got a lot of incredible ones. If you go back to the episode where I had Michael James on as a guest, he's got some, especially the picture down on the hold with the 3 spirit glowing bodies. That's crazy. Crazy picture.
The part about it was the area was as black as night. No lights, no nothing. Snapped the photo, and there they were.
Still waiting to see if Judy can get through, but she's probably trying to figure it out. What she has to do, like I said, she's got to get the person on and then add me to group, and it works sometimes for her, and sometimes it doesn't. Or she might have lost Jen right when she did it. So hopefully she calls me back with Jen. We're hoping. Jen's going to be on. Jen is actually going to be a guest with Kevin Malik. They were on before about UFOs and that, but I'm going to have them on more on the spirits, ghosts, demonic hauntings come September 13th, which will be the next episode they're going to be on. So Jen's doing me a favor, I think, here and trying to call in. So thank you, Jen, if you're trying, trying to help me out, get a caller in. I was hoping one guy on the ITC Collective that I'm going to have as a main guest for the ITC Collective was going to try to call about his black-eyed thing. Hold on. All right. You guys there?
Yeah, we're here.
All right. Hey, thanks for trying to call in.
Have you got each other now?
Yeah, we got each other.
All right.
They keep telling people that whenever Skype backs up, it's haunted.
Right? Or it's the government. We're not talking about, well, I was talking about UFOs. So how you doing, Jen?
Doing really good. We were listening to the show. I still can't figure out Google Hangouts for the live stream.
Oh, I'll help you with anything. Do you got me playing in the background?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's totally can hear it. That's the thing. If you're watching the show and you call in, shut me off when you call in. It's just like on a radio show. There's a delay.
Right. We have our own radio. Right. We have our own radio show. I should know this by now.
Yeah. Jen and Kevin do Paraversal Universe, right?
Right.
And I'm gonna get this wrong. Paranormal King Radio.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Right. Say his name. Ross. I'm gonna mess it up. I'm gonna butcher his name. Yeah. He started the Paranormal King Radio Network. He's got a lot of great hosts on there. Kevin and Jen, you guys have some really good guests on your shows. I've been listening to them. I want to know when's John Zaftis coming on. You told me before, but I forgot.
Right, he was supposed to be on last week, but I guess his schedule was busy because of the autumn round, so we had to cancel.
Is that the Haunted Collector?
Yes.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, I got a little gutsy the other day and sent him a message on Facebook saying, "Hey, if you ever want to come on my small little show, it would mean a lot."
I'm friends with him.
Yeah. So so I if you ever do talk to him, try to get him to come on.
I will.
Yeah.
Well, we were supposed to have him on last week, but because of the season with all the haunted tours and stuff going on, and he's not able to make it in December after, but he said it's definitely going to come on. So.
Well, you let me know when, because I'm going to totally listen to that, because I'm a big fan. I love the Haunted Collector. It sucked that it got canceled.
Well, you want to know why? The network made it stink. The network was accusing John of going into these houses and stealing the objects.
What? What? I never heard that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Didn't he give the people the option to...
Yeah. He did.
Yeah.
I never heard that.
Yeah, he mentioned it. What had happened was last year, the year before, he was getting attacked for being on Haunted Collector, and he's on my friends list, and we talk on and off, not all the time.
Yeah.
And so I did this long rant, and I basically told people, to back off. You don't know what you're talking about. You can't believe everything that you hear.
Yeah.
Leave him alone. Of course, I was more graphic than that, but he thanked me for it. But he thanked me for it, and I ended up calling him when we spoke on the phone, and he was telling me that, he was getting threats and death threats and just all kinds of really, really messed up stuff.
Wow. I never knew that. I just thought it got canceled because that's the way of every show I like. If I like it, it's going to get canceled.
Damn haters. They're always there, aren't they?
Yeah. Oh, my God. The ITC Collective show, the comments after that show were ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Yeah. It was a good show. I've been listening in since we started the ITC Collective, and
we'll get you on one of those. For sure.
Yeah. I've been listening since you guys started it because it's a great idea.
Yeah.
We want Steve Huff on again.
Yeah, Steve did send me a message. He said he loved it, and that he definitely wants to come back on again in the future, and that he'll promote it more next time. He went into it totally blind. He'd never seen my show. And I saw one guy's comment about, like, I can't believe Steve Huff picked this show to go on to, you know, because he doesn't do a lot of interviews. You know, it's like, what is a stupid show, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, it is my stupid show. I do it all for free. I do it because I love it. I don't get paid for it. So, oh well, you don't like it? Move on. Whatever. But I was very happy to have him on. That was the biggest guest I've had yet. And it's not always about the big guest. It's about everybody else that people don't know about in the paranormal field that I want to get on this show and talk. Jen, I got a thing for you. Oh, shoot, we lost her. That's the way of Skype. See if they try to call back.
Damn. This is what we had last night.
Yeah. It's also my Wi-Fi connection. I'm running this off my Ethernet cord, and I'm running Wi-Fi. So it's kind of shoddy. I'm doing this people for free. I could pay $40 a month to Blog Talk and get callers, but I wouldn't have the video options, wouldn't have the photo options, and I'd have crappy audio. I'm not a big fan of the audio on there. But there are some good shows on there. I would say that. Blog Talk has some really good shows. Carissa Fleck is doing a show now that I had as a guest called Sleepless Nights, which I love that title. They're going to be doing that every Friday night or Saturday night. I think Saturday nights. I can't remember. They just had their first show. And she knows a lot of people in the paranormal field and gets a lot of good guests. Just like Jen and Kevin, they get some really good guests. They had Lloyd Arbrook. I'm sorry, butchering that, on their show. They've had some really good ones. So I'm jealous. But like I said, I didn't. You know, when I started the show, I didn't know if I'd ever get any kind of big guest on my show. And if I never do, I don't. I don't care. I do this because I
need to get Paul on the show. Paul Fairclough, is his name?
Yes, I'm in talks. I'm trying to. He's been busy moving in that. What we're talking about is Paul Fairclough on. He's going to be back on the ITC Collective. He has the Water ITC page on Facebook. What he does is Water ITC. What that is basically taking images of a bowl of water and trying to communicate with that, and images come through. I was not a fan of Water ITC, and I'm still, to me, a little about it. But I started seeing Paul's pictures, and I'm like, okay, there's something.
It is something that you have to develop. It grows, you know.
And he takes it very, very, very seriously. He's got a whole routine, but when he does it, it's like a ritual, a meditation. He takes it very seriously, and I think that's why he gets the results he does. All right, we got him coming back. Hold on. All right, we are losing you.
Guys, back?
Yeah.
I lost my internet. That's what happened.
Okay. I didn't know if it was your internet or my internet. Gotta love it.
No, it was mine.
I didn't know if it was my internet either. I thought my Skype was being haunted.
Hey, you can get that. Speaking of Skype, you can get live Spirit Box through Skype on what's it called? Crosstalk, or do you know what it's called, Jen? I played it on my show before, and I can't even remember.
I think it's Crosstalk.
I think it's Crosstalk. You can add them to your account and have a live Spirit Box come through.
I didn't know that. I've heard of it, but wow.
Oh, I played a hilarious video. I don't have it up anymore. Of some guy who got on there, is like, "Grandpa, is that you? Do you say you like chicken?" It's hilarious. It's on my previous episodes. You guys got to see. Jen, so I want ghost stories tonight, UFO stories. You got a good ghost story, a good paranormal experience? You have to. I know you do.
Okay, you want our most recent one?
Sure, give it to me.
Personal account. We found this school a few miles out of town, and it's like completely abandoned. It has a house on the property. Nobody lives there. And we decided to stop over and check it out. There's no trespassing signs, no nothing. So we decided we wanted to check it out. And we went to knock on the front. He knocked on the front door at Kevin to see if he heard anything. And a few seconds after we did that, he went to walk off, and we both heard a disembodied voice from behind the school door say something.
Oh, it's abandoned, right?
Yeah, it's a male voice. It said like a word. It was really, we couldn't make out what it said. So just in this camera down the hallway, it's for the door, for the glass, with the night vision. He didn't see this. Now I did. I literally saw. You can look down from one end of the hallway to the other, and right underneath the little slit on the door in the back, I saw a child-sized shadow.
Wow.
And it kind of looked like it was moving a little bit.
So people know this is in Wisconsin, right?
Yes. So we want to go back.
Oh yeah, I want to go with you.
I tell you, it was tough because we got out and I had the high 8 out and walked around the whole entire school. And it's not like a schoolhouse with the bell like some of the haunted schoolhouses are. This is a school that is looked like a grade school, maybe like judging from the size of it, maybe like K through 6, K through 8, maybe. And you could tell it had been shut down for a while. Obviously, it had the abandoned look to it, weeds growing through all the little cracks in the asphalt, and just the things that you would see that you could tell it's abandoned, especially the house right next to it. Obviously, there's windows out and stuff. Yeah. But anyways, in the school itself is locked up. And when we walked around, and it was tough because I put my camera right up to the window for a minute or two so I can see inside, and I just happened to try one of the doors and it was wide open.
Wow.
And it's like, I want to go inside.
Oh, I know. It's inviting you, and you're like, I can't trespass.
Well, the thing is, we can't just do that.
No.
We represent the society.
Same here.
So, like, got to get permission.
Yep.
I mean, there was a side window open on the school building, just like open. Like I walked up thinking, okay, I was going to the window, and I was like, oh, never mind, there's no glass there. And that's when I told you about it.
Oh, it's like, and then it talks to you. It's like trying to get you to come in. Oh.
You know what makes it so more inviting? You go to
you in.
Right, but you know what makes it so more inviting? You go to the back to the school, and off to the right is an abandoned playground.
Oh, it's like creepy with a swinging on its own or something like that. The turns.
Straight out of a horror film.
Oh, jeez.
Right. Exactly.
So we moved to Rylander a year ago, and I wasn't aware that this school was shut down. We had gone to the next town over because we are going to start doing haunted tours at a place called the Stovewood Museum. And so we wanted to go there and kind of check it out a little bit and everything. And it was on our way back, and just happened to notice it. Like, that's a school.
Right.
Like, it was on it's on a county road, and it's not somewhere we drive past too often.
Yeah.
So I'm super excited now because it's not far really from where we live, and I want to find out what's going on with that. I didn't realize. I don't know. That was. I don't know what the name of the school is or anything.
Right.
I'm from a different part of the county.
Right.
So.
And get permission to go, because we want to go.
Yeah.
And especially after hearing that disembodied voice behind the front door, I was like, oh, we are totally coming back.
You don't know what it said, though. You just heard the voice, right?
It was a male. It sounded like it could have maybe said hi or hey.
Like a higher pitch, kind of.
Yeah. Wow. I'll have to drive up to Wisconsin. If you get permission to get in there, man, I'm driving up to Wisconsin. I'm like, honey, I gotta go. The hard thing with these things is, for people to know as investigators, when you join a group or you have, rules and that, it's like you're a public face. You can't just be going in anywhere that's abandoned that you don't have permission to go. So being responsible investigators, you guys just couldn't go in there, no matter that the ghosts are going, hey, come on in.
Right.
You can't just go and have fun. You've got to, go out and know that you're recording and, you're putting the evidence out there for other people to see. You can't just go and act the way you want, even though you want to.
Yeah.
Well, we decided to get out and actually walk around the school on the property because there was a for sale sign.
Right.
Right.
And therefore, with the for sale sign, anyone can stop and look at the property. It's just good,
Yeah.
You can't win.
Right, we didn't go in.
It was a situation where, hey, it's just like we just literally just saw this.
Yeah.
Abandoned school, and it's for sale. Like, I don't believe this.
Right.
So, and that's when we got out and we walked around. But, going inside is a different story.
Yeah, we want to get permission. Because it's one of those things, even though there's trespassing signs and stuff, you don't want to go in a place like that and then have, the cops show up.
Yeah,
Right.
no, not at all, because it'll look really bad on your, your group.
Right.
All right, guys. Well, next Sunday we're going to have you guys on. We're going to I guess we're going to talk about some of your guys' evidence on the ghost hunting side, right?
Oh, I'm excited.
Yeah, that's so it's hopefully we get some of your guys' you guys got EVPs you're going to want to play that night.
Oh, we gotta look. I have to go through them. I do have things. So I have recently crossed over 2 to 3 spirit children.
Let's see, we got some videos.
Okay, yeah, definitely. I've seen some of them. I remember you sent them, but yeah. So, do you have them up on YouTube, or do you have them just a video?
They're not on YouTube. We do have a YouTube account. We were actually going to start one for the society.
If you can, it makes it the easiest way to play them if you can post them up through there.
Yeah.
Well, okay, yeah. We'll get this.
Okay, cool. All right.
I do have some stories about spirit crossing.
Oh yeah. Definitely. I know you like to. That's why you joined the ITC collectives. You got a spirit box. If you got clips of that, that'd be great to play too.
Good look. I did get Matt Kane's ITC research app.
Oh yeah.
It's radio with the rain effects, and man, I love that thing.
Matt's awesome. He's done so many cool stuff. The Ouija box and his free apps on his website, which is Paranormal Shadow Investigations UK. I always get it wrong.
That's where I got one of his apps. And the one I have, it looks like a black radio, and it's got like a sound effect for rain, and then it's got for white noise. It's got like 4 banks on it, or 10 banks on it. And I tried it with the white noise, and I wasn't really getting much. It's got reverb. When I used the reverb and I used the rain, the sound of the rainfall, I actually got a couple of good responses. Unfortunately, I didn't have my recorder out yet. But
Matt's got some good evidence of that with that rainfall that's come through. Did you guys happen to see the promo video he made from what he got?
yes, the promo video was awesome.
Judy just said, she goes, weird, I'm hearing EVPs while you Skype convoy going on, saying, oh, come on now. And wow, okay.
That's great. That really is good.
And Lisa said when we were testing this out, she heard EVPs.
I did.
Yeah.
I heard a child, and it sounded just like you had the vocabus on, on the female voice bit.
I got to go listen to that again. I'll have to listen to this, too. All right, well, I don't want to talk to you too much, Kevin and Jen, because we're going to have you on next week, and I want to save some of that.
Yeah, totally.
But thank you guys for being my first callers. Maybe my only callers tonight, probably. But, hey, at least we know we got one call in working somehow.
Hey, Jay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll talk to you next week, man.
All right, man. Can't wait.
Bye.
Hey, Jason.
Yeah.
There's someone on the Q&A. I'm not sure when they posted it, but they're asking the Skype contact to call in.
Okay. Oh, see, I missed that. It doesn't notify me when it comes up. Let me go ahead and put it in. Oh, I'm on good.
It's still on the bottom of your screen.
Yeah, I tell people, but they might not be seeing it. I will. See, it didn't come up on mine. All right, Skype ID. Oh, there it is. Old City Vapors. Oh, I know who that is. I always forget his name. Dang it. I picture his face from Facebook. If you're watching this, it's right on the bottom of the screen. oojblandoo, and just add me to contacts and then call. Or she'll accept your contact request, I would hope. Judy's got that going. Keep trying, man. We'll try to get you on. Hopefully he's watching. Hopefully he's live. It only says I got 3 real live viewers, and then everybody else is probably behind in the feed. If there's anybody else watching, let me select that. It doesn't let me respond on it. I hate that. But Old City Vapors, I always forget your name on Facebook. You can call in oojblandoo. That's my Skype ID. Just put that in and look me up, add it to contacts, and then just give it a call. And you'll talk to Judy, and she'll get you on. So hopefully he does. It might be why we're having problems. People are just trying to figure out Skype for the first time on the last minute. Jen and Kevin are pros at it. They use Skype for their show. So it's no wonder I had them be my first callers. All right. So while we're waiting, we're talking about creepy kid EVPs. I've got a few of mine. I've played this before. I'm going to play it again. This is what I call a reverse EVP. Now, when you hear it, you're going to hear it in the not reversed format, how it originally came through, and then you're going to hear it in reverse. Let me see. I think I got this loaded up. Nope. See, I always play the wrong one. That's the reverse. Hold on.
It was right behind you. Yeah. It was right behind you. Yeah.
Now this was in a house in South Bend. This one was sad to me when I first heard it. I could hear a child's voice. This is purely a child's voice coming through, but it made no sense to me. And the owner at the time was so fearful of her house. She isn't anymore, even though she still has these activities going on. She thought she heard I am Beelzebub or something in it. Just so you people know, as investigators, you play stuff for clients. If they're afraid, sometimes they will hear the craziest things you just are not hearing yourself in your EVPs, because your mind, it's that pareidolia that's going to play tricks on you, your fear. I got to get my toolbox up. I think I muted Mike before. By the way, Mike, I probably muted you because while they were talking, your audio feed was like you got a fan or something going on in the background that was like blocking them out at times. So I got you back. You're unmuted. Okay. Sorry, Mike. I had to do it because it was really cutting out the Skype feed at the time. Anyways, so this EVP came through in the South Bend house, and it made no sense to me. I played it before on the show, but I'm going to play it again as an example of creepy kids coming through on EVPs. And I was taught play it in reverse. If you don't understand what you're hearing, but it's loud and clear, because I didn't edit that at all. I didn't boost it. That's the original raw clip to try playing in reverse. This is one of two that I've ever felt that I've gotten in reverse. This one being the best one I've ever gotten in reverse. So play it one more time, and then I will play it what it said in reverse. And I clip it down just to the EVP and when I do the reverse part.
It was right behind you. Yeah. It was right behind you. Yeah.
Okay, and now here it's going to be in reverse. Now, I get people, it doesn't come through sometimes the greatest through doing this live hangout, but when people hear with headphones, what they hear most of the time is, "I can hear you, Mommy," which is, to me, heartbreaking. When you talk about little kids' ghosts, or children's spirits, I should say.
Yeah, I heard "Talk to me, Mommy."
Talk to me, Mommy. That could be a good one to.
I heard "Oh, come here, Mommy."
Yeah, it's all very close to that. Mike, you got to vote in on that.
I'm hearing the same thing that Lisa heard.
Okay, I'll play it one more time. It's just crazy to me. This is my first year of investigating. It's still crazy to me that it could record itself in reverse, that the message is in reverse. Yeah, so that one to me is one of my creepier EVPs.
I definitely hear "Oh, come here, Mommy."
Yeah, I got a whole. I am gonna do a whole night. Judy just texted me. She says she hears the demon name clearly when it goes forward. Like, of course, Judy, you do. I've never heard it.
Hey, do you have the disembodied voice from the Little Theater?
Which one's that?
Oh, it's been a while. I don't remember. Remember, we were all down there, and we all clearly heard it. It sounded like the girl laughing or whatever, but we got it on recorder.
Oh, that one? I have it somewhere in my files. It doesn't come across very well. I don't think it would come across very well on here because it was all the way up back in the theater, and we were downstairs, and you can barely hear it. You can barely hear it on the recording, but we all heard it with our, when we're doing it. It came on the recorder, but it would be so light, I don't know if it actually come across really well. Yeah, there's this haunted theater we used to go to and investigate, and we were all downstairs, and we heard this creepy, laughter come from the top, and nobody was in there.
It sounded like a little girl giggling is what it sounded.
Yeah, it was very creepy. Only thing I have loaded, I have my classics up right now because I wasn't sure what we're doing tonight, and I got another pilot on my other thing that the Skype thing didn't work at all. I have my classic, "I Hate You." I gave it away. Shit. Whoops, but I played it before. Oh well. To me, it'd be Class A if I didn't just give it away. But this is an investigator named Dave. It feels like he's being oppressed by something. He's saying, "You've got to get away from me," and it says, "I hate you." I gave it away. I should have known, but here it goes.
You gotta get away from me. You gotta get away from me.
I decided to play some of these old ones I played before on the show, just because I might have some new watchers tonight after the last show. So I wanted to play some of these older EVPs that I got. I'm going to do a whole show of EVPs one night. And I feel like recently in an investigation I got another reverse EVP too.
Do you have the I Love You EVP?
You know, Josh, I've been searching for that. I have that somewhere.
I've got it. Where should I send it to you?
Can you email it to me?
Yeah.
Do it right now, and I'll see if I can play it up off my email.
Yeah.
What's everybody's opinion on the reverse EVPs when you play them in reverse? I've heard so many theories about it. I'm kind of curious as to what you guys think.
Well, my thing on EVPs, I have, for reverse, I don't know. I really don't know. My theory on EVPs, I've talked about before, is resonance. That they, you know, a lot of theories, you know, back in the day, the theories were imprinting onto electromagnetic tape when they were using tape. Now that we know we got digital recorders, we really don't think it's that. People think low frequency, maybe. They're at a frequency we can't hear. But people have tested that out, and they've really found the recorders aren't very good at recording the lower frequencies. They really record pretty much in the same hearing range as the human ear. I really like the theory of resonance, which is basically the same idea of if you have a speaker in a box, it's resonating in that box. It's fuller. Take the box away, and the sound is not as loud, and it's tinier. That's kind of how resonance works. If you've ever seen, I was getting a call from Judy. We might be getting a call in. She's having connection problems, so we'll see what happens. But resonance is like I said, if you ever had those kids' toys, I've talked about this on the show before, so I'm sorry if you have an old viewer that's watching this. I'm repeating myself, but I think it's a great theory. If you have a toothbrush that makes those musical sounds when you put it in your mouth, they have them for kids. You don't hear them until you put it in your mouth because it's resonating in your mouth, and then you start to hear it. People have tested this out. You put a recorder down, you got the toothbrush going, and you press it down. You don't hear anything, but the recorder does. It's resonating the little mic in the recorder. So I'm a really big fan of that theory. A guy really talked about it a lot in a book called Strange Frequencies. I don't know if I got it on my bookshelf back here. I should. But it's a book called Strange Frequencies, and he really did a lot of these tests, and he tested that out. And I really have always thought that was a really good theory for EVPs. Mike, what is your idea about theories?
Some of the circles I travel in, I travel in a lot of the medium mystic circles, is that some people that I talk to that are clairvoyants are saying that they believe it to be of the darker side of an individual that's coming through. Others are saying what you're saying, which is a resonance. And I'm of the opinion myself that it can be either way, depending on what's going on in the investigation or what happens at that particular moment. If you get a chandelier tossed at you just after it, you know something's up.
Yeah. You know, it's still, the theories are still out. I think it will be on how they're recording their voices. To me, EVP is one of the most.
Jason,
yeah.
Can I just say what I think?
Yeah,
is
definitely.
Happening? When you're in spirit, I believe that you don't talk with your physical voice box, obviously, because that's no longer there. But
right.
You're talking with your mind. And the thought is coming across as an energy, and it's transferring into the audio device, and it's picking out whatever the mind is saying, you know, the spirit mind.
Right.
And it can come out in riddles or all sorts. It's coming out in the way that they think.
Yeah, and that it could be why it's they think in reverse, maybe. Yeah. I don't, the way it's come through. I think that. On a technical side, how they're doing it, though, I mean, like how are they like physically making that voice appear on the recorder? To me, is why I've always gone with resonance. But I do think it's something along the lines of Lisa saying they don't have a voice box. Whatever they're doing is pure thought form. They don't have obviously don't have a mouth to talk. I would not think. Maybe
somehow
wrong.
Manipulating the sound. Whatever sound they've got available, they're manipulating it and using it as a voice. Whether it's white noise, radio, or anything, they're using whatever noise they can, even if it's background noise like water running or anything like sound in the background, they're using that as.
Well, that goes back to the theory. I talk about resonance, and there's stochastic resonance, which is where people were using white noise a lot, especially in the early days of EVP, where they play white noise, like you hear on a static on a TV or wind or whatever, or a fan, that they're using that to manipulate to enhance their message through, to get their message through, which I think is very possible. And maybe that's what relates to them using word banks and manipulating. It's not a stochastic resonance now because it's a word bank, but somehow they need something to make a voice. They don't have a voice box. They need something to manipulate to do it. But I've gotten EVPs in dead quiet, so I don't know. That's
what started me off in the whole thing, because I found out what EVP meant, and I obviously tried it out, and I got really good results, and that's what kept me going.
Yeah.
With it.
You do a lot of stuff now. You do water ITC.
I do all sorts. I do everything, really.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of your posts on stuff like that, so that's cool. You get any? You got a lot of just dry, not with the spirit box, but EVPs.
Yeah, I've got tons. I've got hundreds and hundreds of EVPs stored. It's just finding. Well, I suppose I've got them all on a voice recorder. It's a handheld thing with batteries. I suppose I could just play it and record it with my iPhone to get it onto ITC. I don't know. It's just finding a way to show them all.
I can help you with that and figure that out, how to get it on there.
Okay.
I can help you with that. Heck, you can play. You can even play them on here. It might help get you on. I think I had some loaded up too.
I sent that to you, Jason, so you should have an email.
That's what I was just looking for too. I got to do it quick because I got it on the same phone I'm doing the Skype in case Judy gets anything. But Judy said she doesn't have any other calls. Sorry. Like I said, this is my first shot at doing it. I have 150 something subscribers, so I don't have a huge audience. So it was a reach for me to try to do an open lines. Thank you, Jen and Kevin, for being my first callers and probably only callers tonight. I'm not going to stop though. I'm going to try again. I'm going to keep trying to do an open line show eventually. Because I can hook up, as long as I get the Skype thing running right, I can get people to call in. So, all right, this is an EVP we got. Says, I love you. This was in Laporte. Let me see if I get it playing here. Let me get the volume up. Hold on.
How can I help you? How can I help you?
Do you guys hear it?
Yeah, it sounds like, hi, can I help you?
Hi, can I help you? I can see that. We all, when we originally heard this on headphones and that, and it showed up on 2 different recorders, but there was no kids present, and there was nobody. I have it on video. Nobody was saying it. You hear the rustling because on that recorder was me picking up my recorder when it made that noise, but it ended up showing up on a recorder that was probably about 6 feet away. This is the raw audio of it. Hold on, play it again.
How can I help you? How can I help you? How can I help you?
So I still hear something, I love you, and it was a question of if it was might have been related to somebody, a message for somebody that was tied to that property, right, Josh?
To me, it sounds like something like, Mike, I love you.
Mike, I love you? We even thought it said Josh. We almost thought, some people thought it said Josh, I love you.
That's what I think, and I always thought it sounded like Josh, I love you.
Yeah, that was what a lot of people, it doesn't come through the best through this here. Listen to it on headphones. I got more often than not, Josh, I love you. Not always. It's not 100%. So.
I think the unique thing about that one is the fact that we got it on 2 recorders at the same time.
Yeah. I don't get that often, and if I do suspect it. But I had my video camera going when I was grabbing my recorder, and I kind of had an idea of what was going on. I had my video camera sitting on a shelf, and I went to pick up my recorder, and you see me pick up the recorder. This is my old camera that died. It's all on the beta tapes, whatever. That I have to high-8 tapes. I have to one-day transfer so I can get that video footage. But I was picking up the recorder, and you see me, and I see everybody kind of getting ready to leave, and nobody else. It didn't show up on the video camera. It did show up on the 2. I always like to do 2 recorders for for the purpose of, if I get it on multiple recorders, that it might not be legit. But this one was definitely nobody's voice in the room, and it was definitely no other sound. And you wonder if it was using the audio of me moving stuff, rustling around, to take its opportunity to come through. Because we didn't really get any other messages that night. But we saw stuff.
That one is that it's got the right cadence, you know.
Yeah.
That you expect to hear.
That was the night you guys saw a light too, wasn't it?
Yeah, me and Goot saw it.
Yeah, there's a light go floating through the. It was an old sports store. It was like a sportswear apparel, but I don't remember what the history of the place is. I want to name the place because it's owned by different people now.
Well, it's closed now. It's the building's empty.
Oh, okay. I guess it doesn't matter then. It used to be LaPorte Sporting Goods, but yeah, they saw the lights going through at that time, so that was pretty interesting. Let me see here. Let me pull this up. Mike, I know what I wanted. Mike, you were just recently at Gettysburg again.
Yeah.
So you got any good Gettysburg stories for us tonight?
Yeah, I got a ton of them. I went back to my old stomping hole, the Devil's Hole, first off.
Oh, yeah, you were telling me about Devil's Hole before.
Yeah, Devil's Hole. Went back and I talked to a spirit friend of mine called Henry. And he's an interesting individual. He was a Confederate soldier who got shot during that battle. And some of the stuff that I have on tape and everything, I told him about what's going on in current events, and he's just saying, bad, bad, bad. Especially when I told him about the Confederate flag here in the country.
Yeah.
And he was not happy about that. I'll get that to you sometime in the near future.
Not happy about the whole business of getting rid of the Confederate flag, obviously.
No, he wasn't happy about that at all. Did some more traveling. There's a friend of mine who runs a group, and he was out there. He was in one of the cemeteries, and one of his people got grabbed and tossed, actually.
Wow. Can you name what cemetery that was?
Yeah, I can get that to you, too. I don't remember right off the bat exactly
Okay.
what it was. But as far as Gettysburg's concerned, there's portals out there. There's strange sounds. You see what looks like a gray uniform for an instant, and then it's gone. Blue uniform for an instant, and it's gone. You hear cannon shots. You hear people talking in your ears. Like Lisa was talking about, where they come in, with the energy and everything, they talk directly to you, but nobody else can hear it, which is pretty common.
Yeah.
Then you hear that also. Sometimes you hear it, but your EVP doesn't pick it up. So you know it happened, but you have no actual proof it happens. Gettysburg is entirely insane. It's unbelievable, especially around the time of the battle happened. Every year about the time the battle happens, it gets incredibly active.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to go there once, I suggest you go.
I've been dying. Me and my wife have talked about it, going on vacations to, haunted places in Gettysburg and the Stanley Hotel are like our two places. Now, not only is the Stanley Hotel, Mike, we were talking, you went to the Stanley Hotel a couple times, and you said you didn't have a lot happen, but you had an EVP come through on that one, right?
Yeah, and EVP, some of the places that some of the previous people have gone through there. I read when Taps went through, I read when John Zaffis was there. I read a whole bunch of stuff about the place, so gotta go visit it. It's a nice place. And there's a lot of activity.
I'm a big fan. One of my favorite novels is The Shining by Stephen King, and he went to this hotel, the Stanley Hotel in Colorado, with his wife. This is the early days of his writing, and he went into, this is the story if I remember it right. He went, they got into their room and they put their bags down and they left to go take a walk around the hotel and check it out. He was looking for them to find a place. He thought maybe I'll try to write something too, while I'm here. But he comes back to his hotel room and he was really, the place was empty. It was just like in the book. People are leaving for the season. So the place was they pretty much had the hotel themselves. He goes back to his room and he finds all of his clothes put away. And he goes back to the concierge and is like, thanks for putting my clothes away, but I really don't like you touching my stuff. That's a little too much above and beyond for me. And the concierge is like, we never do that. And the room you're in is notorious for that. happening. And he tells them the story that this is not the first time that people have had their luggage moved or opened up, their clothes put away in this haunted room. So I got Stephen King into make it the whole idea. He started writing out the first chapters of The Shining that night. There, the first ideas for it. So I've always wanted to go there. That's one of my all-time favorite books. Is The
You get a chance
Shining.
you gotta go. The place is absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, I've had a lot of friends that have gone, and I definitely want to go sometime.
I loved that film as a kid. It scared the crap out of me.
Oh, yeah. When I was a kid, there was I freaked my mom out once too, because there's the scene in the bathroom where the girl gets out of the tub. He goes into the bathroom. Jack Nicholson goes into the bathroom after this. His wife's like, something hurt something hurt his son. So he goes into the bathroom to find out what hurt his son. He goes in there, if nobody's seen the film, and this beautiful woman gets out of the tub and starts making out with him. Yeah, he's a married man, so he gets what he deserves. And she turns into an ugly hag. And it scarred me. My mom I'm just as bad as my mom, so I'm just as bad as a parent sometimes. I love my mom. She's a great parent. Don't want to say that. But I'm just as bad as a parent. Sometimes I let my son watch stuff I shouldn't. She let me watch The Shining. I remember one night when I was really little and got to that scene. And, boy, she paid for it, because I swear it was like a week later. We're in she's giving me a bath, and she put on like some kind of like facial cream or something, and like turned around to look at me, and I thought it was like the old hag in that Shining thing, and I flipped out, completely flipped out on her.
Oh my god.
Another thing that interests me, I'm going to play this tonight. I wanted to do this. I'm going to get the screen share up. Is the Lisa Lam case. I want to do a show. Since we're brainstorming tonight and just hanging out. This is what this is, people. If you're bored, I'm sorry. This is kind of why I'm doing this show, though, is I want a night to hang out, paranormal investigators, just talk about whatever. Let the show go wherever. If I got callers in, you could direct where the show goes and, bring up subjects. But since you're not, we're going to talk about this. The Lisa Lam case. Now, I'm trying to remember. This is, about 2 years old now or 3 years old?
I'm not sure. I think I watched it about 6 months ago.
All right, Lisa Lam.
I think the video.
2 years ago, I'm saying here. Let me see. Let me find a good one. Logical explanation. Let's look at this one first. This is the video security feed of Lisa Lam. Okay, I'll tell you more of the story in a second. She's in this the Cecil Hotel in Los Angeles. It's a very notorious hotel. Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker, stayed there while he was killing people. There's another serial killer, I can't remember right off the top of my head, that stayed there. You see her freaking out. She's like looking out the door, like she's scared. Something's scared. Look at her hiding. She's freaking out. Okay. You see there's a slowed down version. There's two different versions they're showing you here in this one. The thing is, you're going to see her scared in this video. This is the last footage of her right before she dies somehow. Because they find her body in a water, what do you want to call it? A water container? What is it?
Tank. Water tank.
Yeah, water tank on top of the building in a secure, locked area. And they don't know. And her body was found naked in there. And the rule of death was, if I remember right, it was
accidental, wasn't it?
Accidental, but like she drowned. She drowned in it. How did she get through the security? How did she get into that tub or that water tank?
It was meant to be locked in the first place, so it's really bizarre.
Well, my theory is like, well, if anybody had access to it, there's security that works there that night. Where are they on the cameras? They have control of they can control the elevator most likely too. Look like she's having trouble with the elevator. She starts doing this weird stuff with her hands here.
Yeah.
She starts to freak out and act really weird. They didn't find, she was on an antipsychotic, so they tried to.
On any drugs at all. And, yeah. She's acting really weird. Whether she's just bored and she's just acting ridiculous, like some of us do sometimes.
I doubt it.
I think something really weird is happening. Like there's somebody there.
I really want to do a show on this. I'm trying to convince Keith and Carissa to book. They like to go to places together and book a hotel room and a haunted room or whatever. They've done a few things on their Chill Seekers thing. I'm like, guys, you got to do this. Go to this hotel, get out the spirit box, and let's see what happens. Because it's not just her. I mean, there's a lot of other deaths associated with this hotel. It's got a very dark history, and I think it's really sad that her case was ruled accidental death.
Yeah.
How did she accidentally get naked and get into that locked area into a locked water tank? Nothing's accidental about that, in my opinion. She there's another video on here.
If I was her family, I'd be thinking like it was either some kind of hotel worker or somebody like that.
And look how the door's going crazy there. It was going back and forth. My thing is, if anybody had an ability, anybody did this, it would be a security guard there. I'm not trying to accuse a security guard that works at Cecil Hotel. I'm just saying, if there's a suspect, that would be it. And I heard one night Art Bell, who I'm a big fan of, had these two women on, and I was thinking this, picturing this stuff in my head, like how could it be when I've seen this video? And they start saying the same stuff that I have an active imagination, obviously. They started saying stuff that I'm like, oh my god, that's exactly the kind of stuff I was thinking. They were saying that they're called like the psychic chicks or whatever. This is on his Dark Matter show when he was on Sirius FM. They started talking about the same thing I'd pictured in my mind when I first saw this video, is that there's a security guard that is being possessed by the serial killer spirit. I know this is crazy, and that he doesn't even know he did it. I thought it was a really spooky thing. You can find the episode on YouTube of them talking about it. But I really want to do a Lisa Lamb live spirit box session. If Keith and Chris were not going to do it, maybe one of my other friends in California might do it for me.
I'm definitely going to do this week.
Oh, are you going to do a spirit box session on her?
Yeah.
That would be awesome. I definitely want to see the results of that.
Yeah.
Because to me, it's a really, really weird case. And how she ended up in that water tank, to me, is just, they've not explained that.
Were her clothes ever found?
Did they find her clothes?
Yeah. She was naked, weren't she?
Yeah, she was naked. I didn't know if they ever found where her clothes were or whatever. But it's like somebody dumped her in that tank and she drowned. That's what I feel.
Yeah, same.
Have any of you guys ever seen this footage?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, it was around a lot, and now it's kind of gotten forgot about, but I want to talk about it again because I really think this is one of those cold cases that needs a good hard look at still, that's just not been explained to me good enough.
The case needs to be reopened, for sure.
Yeah. And I love cold cases, too, especially when they have the weird paranormal aspect to them like this.
Mm-hmm.
Any cold cases out there you guys are interested in before we end the show that I should do a future show on?
Nothing I've got right now.
I got some I want to talk about, but this is going to be one of the first ones. If I do a cold case episode, it's going to be on Lisa Lamb. I got others, but this one is that's bothered me for a couple years. So I really want to play that. It doesn't look like we got too many live.
Belgunnis show.
What?
That's Belgunnis. That's a cold case. You have to do that.
Well, yeah, I want to do Belgunnis. You know that. For people that don't know, I've talked about it on the show before, but Belgunnis was back in 1908, the Black Widow of LaPorte. She killed anywhere from 40 and up men in a kind of fraudulent scheme of basically putting ads out in paper saying she was a lonely woman on a farm, owned a farm, and she needed a husband to come live there with her, but she had money, blah, blah, blah. And these guys would show up, and she'd have them deposit their money in the bank, and then they would just disappear. And family members started showing up, wanting to know what happened to their loved ones. And suddenly Belle's house catches on fire. All of her kids are dead, and there's a body in there that they say is Belle's that doesn't really resemble her body at all. And most likely she got away and escaped to maybe California.
It's conveniently missing a head.
Yeah. I can't go into the theory on it, but one of our Midwest Paranormal members has an excellent theory one night. I'm hoping to get him on to talk about what he has. He has, like I said, he's got a really great theory nobody else has come up with on Belgunnis that I really want to talk about one night. And we've investigated the property and gotten some really interesting evidence. Me and him are trying to put that all together, and we're going to try to go back to the property and try to see if we get anything again.
Our evidence from that a couple investigations, our evidence was used for a pilot for a TV show that actually aired, but it never got picked up.
What was the name of that?
The Ghost Speaks.
Let's see. Let's just see. Let's see. Sometimes these things end up on YouTube. The Ghost Speaks.
It was not a good show.
It was not. It was hilariously bad. But Goot represented us very well, I will say.
Yes, Mr. Chicken.
Goot represented us very well on the show. It was the show that wasn't the greatest. Let me see.
Speculating about the second group that had supposedly been there, whether or not it was fabricated for the show or something, I don't know.
Really?
The guy with the ghost knife, remember that whole thing?
Oh, the other part of the show?
Yeah, well, no, it was the same. They'd been at
that first one right underneath the Lego ad, Jason. That should be it.
That one?
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna get copyright infringement on this one, but I'm a non-monetary, so they won't take away my video. We got another call too. Let me see if I get to that. I'm waiting for Judy to call in. Let's see if we get to the Bell Guinness thing. All right, hold on a second. Hey, what do we got? I just see you. Well, I think you just got me. I think you lost the call, Judy.
No, he's holding.
He's holding? All right, I'm going to hang up and try to add me.
Okay.
All right. You remember where? It's been so long since I've seen it, Josh. Do you remember where it was in the episode? Where? Towards the end.
Oh, there was just a picture of Bell Guinness. It was the Bell was the first part of the show because it was.
Okay.
There was 2 cases in the one show.
All right,
so should be the very beginning.
This says full.
Yeah, there's Lori Render right there.
Oh, okay. See, I want to just show Goot. There's Goot.
Goot.
The actor they picked to play him was interesting in the show.
Not getting any audio on it?
Oh,
murdered and buried 13 people on her farm.
13's the number of people.
Hold on, let's go back. Sorry, I always forget to hit the button.
He said that he would hurt my mother if anything happened to him.
And then he finally just stops. And he's looking at the door. And he goes, "You're right, Mom." He's right there.
There are others here, too. I brought them. And then made them part of the farm.
So that's the whole concept of the show, is that the ghost speaks.
That boy's no fool. Some grown men.
It was
with that
awful.
Kind of sense. Well, things might have turned out different for them. They can buy and sell this property 100 times over, but they never really own it. This place belongs to just one person.
Linder House is new, but built over the same foundation as the original Bell Guinness house that burnt down in 1907.
What she did with all the property then, I don't know. I know what she did in my basement.
She was just an evil person, greedy for money. She didn't care about anybody else's life. Back in 1908, it was found that she had murdered and buried 13 people on her farm.
13's the number people say. And I still laugh, because no one really knows all of what I got up to here.
I believe the property is cursed. I believe the neighborhood is cursed.
All right, I think I'm joining them right now. All right, you guys there?
Yep.
Yep.
Rob, you there?
Is this He was there. I heard him say yep for a second.
Me. Sorry, I got confused who you were asking.
Oh, yeah, if you're there, Rob, that's good. You're good to go.
All right, cool.
Is this City Vapors?
Yes, this is.
I always forget it's Rob. I always forget. I'm like, I see your picture. I talk to you on Facebook, and I always see City Vapors. I'm like, forget which guy that is. How's it going, Rob?
Good, man. Good.
Thank you for calling, and you're number 2.
Yeah, figured I'd call in, show some support.
Thanks, bud. So you got a good story at all for us tonight?
Oh man, I got all kinds of stories.
I thought so.
I wasn't prepared for that, but
well, what do you think? What is like the one that like scarred you for life?
There's been a bunch of them. Talking about Gettysburg earlier, I've been listening to the show, and I went there when I was a kid with my mom and my aunt and some other people, and I spent like an afternoon just like wandering around as a little kid, and I won't say it scarred me for life, but some really weird stuff was happening, and it just like kind of got me into the whole,
Did it change your life?
Yeah.
That's what I mean by scar you for life, because it puts you in this weird area called the paranormal.
Yeah, exactly.
So tell us a little bit what happened.
Just walking around like on the the battlegrounds and all that. I mean, this was way back too. This is like in the probably mid to late 70s, and just like hearing voices and hearing stuff, and there was like nobody around, and
yeah,
and I remember just questioning myself, like, am I hearing voices in my head?
Wow.
But yeah, it was a bizarre place.
That's kind of like how my wife described it for her when she went there. Was hearing like she felt like she was hearing voices in her head, I think, a little bit. And I've heard other people kind of describe that too.
Yeah.
Mike, you've been there quite a bit. Have you ever felt that?
Because I feel it most of the time when I go through this town. There's buildings in there that just, you walk past and it's like it reaches out and grabs you.
Yeah.
Now, I've seen some of your videos, but one night we're going to have to get you on the IT Collective night as a guest. You had some good videos.
Yeah, the latest ones that I've been doing is the house that I grew up in as a kid, and I lived there from when I was 4 to about 17 or so, and just a weird old house. Just all kinds of crazy things happen there.
So, what I always like this one too, to ask people about their paranormal experiences. What's your earliest memory, like of feeling something or seeing something?
Probably living in that house.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, I mean, it's an old house. It's like a 3-story. The 3rd story is an attic, but it's a huge, big walk-around attic. And it's always hearing, footsteps up in the attic and hearing footsteps up and down the stairs. I mean, one story in particular, I'm sitting in the living room with my mom and my stepdad. We had 3 dogs at the time, and we were watching like some Disney movie or something, and the 3 dogs like started kind of growling and getting real restless, and they run over to the steps, and all 3 of these dogs sit there and watch something come down the steps.
Oh, wow.
And come back up the steps. All 3 of their heads are following this, and they're like whining and kind of freaking out. They come running back over, and they're kind of sitting behind our legs now. And had a lot of stuff happen.
I think it's just extra validation when you know that your pets have seen it as well.
Yeah, I've had a lot of stuff happen with animals that, even myself, sometimes I ask myself, am I just imagining this? But when my dog,
yeah,
is it? that freaks me out.
Yeah, pets are. I had that kind of experience when I first moved into this house. Now, I don't think my house is really haunted, but I think the previous owner who died right outside the house on the property, his name is Bob. I one night was here, and I don't think he liked drinking very much, and I got kind of toasted one night, so I was drunk. I will admit that. But I was just trying to sleep it off on the couch, and it'd been after a couple hours, so I was pretty much sobered up. Quite a bit. And I swear to God, I heard my dog growling at something. I got up and turned around. I saw him for like 3 seconds just standing there giving me this very disapproving look. And that's one of the few experiences I've had with him here. He stops in once in a while. My kid used to say Bob, Bob, Bob when he was a little kid. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, kids freak you out though, don't they? Sometimes the things they say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, you got into doing this. So you're an investigator and a spirit box kind of operator.
Yeah. I mean, I've been interested in it my whole life, pretty much.
Same here.
But yeah, I mean, I've just, when it comes down to, like, whatever you want to call it, the old school method of just an EVP on a recorder.
That's still my favorite.
Nothing beats that, really.
Yep.
But ghost boxes and spirit boxes, they just fascinate me.
Yeah, it's probably the future of the research in a way. I still like the EVPs. To me, they're one of the most validating things. But where we're heading, it seems like we're going to get close to some kind of two-way communication.
Yeah, we're heading for a more real-time experience. I mean, EVPs are really, really good, but they're not real-time. We always have to listen back and then, hear them.
Hell no, they're not real time because you have to spend 5, 6, 7 hours listening to audio to find a damn thing.
Yeah.
Or longer. So, as a spirit box operator, what do you think? I mean, like, if they ever make a device that is like totally legitimately, I don't want to say accepted. I don't know if it'll ever be accepted, but really starts to put out like real clear responses that are almost on the dime responses, like starts like going, hey Jimmy, it's your dad, like, and people really start getting these constant communications. I asked you, Rob, what do you think are the consequences of that?
Wow, that's a heavy question.
I know it is.
You're put on the spot there, aren't you?
I love asking spirit box operators that question.
Yeah, I don't know, man. There's going to be people that, part of me is still part of a skeptic at times.
Yeah,
I always
have
like
to be.
I always like to find a rational.
I think we all are. It doesn't matter how much evidence you get. There's still that question there at the end of it, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's my opinion, anyway. I've had so much evidence, but I still can't quite accept it. I still want to carry it on, if you know what I mean.
But my question is like I said, and I'm not saying you can answer that question. I put it to you because I put it to all the spirit box operators. It's just like, what happens when it's almost that legit? When it starts to really come through and you're really not that skeptical anymore, and you're getting like just really clear responses, and it's on the dime, and more people start accepting it in society, and then we can like actually reach out to people on the other side. That's some heavy consequences. I don't know if they're good. I don't know if it's good.
It makes you wonder if it'll take the fun out of it all.
Yeah.
True.
I mean, the same could be said about UFOs. What if all of a sudden here they are? They showed up to party.
Well, that's even more scary. That's even more scary.
Really?
Is it going to be
living every day life with aliens and knowing that they're accepted?
Are they
really strange?
Are they going to be ET or are they going to be War of the Worlds?
Yeah. Hopefully they're.
I'm hoping they'll be ETs.
Yeah, their little fingers glow and say "phone home" and not like exterminate or something.
Yeah.
Stephen Hawking sides on the fact that they're probably going to say exterminate.
Yeah.
So you like the alien thing too? You ever had a UFO sighting?
Yeah, I've seen some pretty strange things.
I've only had one good one in my life. So what's your best UFO sighting? Tell me that.
Wow.
Hey, you're my second caller. I'm gonna pick your brain, man.
I think we all are.
I'm over time, but I got a second caller, so I'm gonna give you a couple more minutes.
I've seen a few things that I just can't explain. One night I was driving home from North Carolina. I was on I-95, and I just saw these bizarre flashing lights off, like, kind of out in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't think anything about it. I mean, where I live right now, I've got a radio or cell phone antenna or something that has a strobe on it.
Where are you from, Rob?
From St. Augustine, Florida.
Oh, okay. Oh, God, no wonder you got hunting. Go on.
It's our 450th birthday celebration.
Yeah. All right, go back to the UFO, though.
it was just, I saw that light and I didn't think anything of it. And we're driving along and it's like 2 in the morning or something. And I looked over again and I saw it again. And it's like, at this point, I realize it's like keeping up with me,
Yeah. Uh-oh. That's when you should say uh-oh.
Yeah, exactly. And it was like, I don't know, I had 5 or 6 people in my van at the time, and everybody's asleep. And I woke my girlfriend up, and I'm like, hey, are you checking this out, And she saw it, and everybody else is kind of waking up. We ended up pulling over on the side of I-95, which probably isn't the smartest thing to do.
No, keep driving. You've ever seen abduction videos and stories? Jesus.
Have you been anal probed?
Sorry, go on.
But, yeah, we pulled over and just sat there in amazement, like watching it. This was over like probably 15 miles or so, and this thing was still off. I couldn't really tell how far off in the woods it was, but I mean it was bright and it was flashing and it was like cruising with us.
Oh man!
And I have no idea what it was, but I know it wasn't an antenna or something like that,
I like the story. I had when I did my UFO show, Kevin Malik, who's a member of MUFON, one of my first caller, him and Jen called in. He told a story on my show that he saw orange floating UFO outside his window, like this huge ship, and he went and hid behind his couch. I'm like, smart man, because like you've seen like fire in the sky, or you've seen it. I do not want to be alien, but
yeah,
that's my wife says.
Jason?
Yeah.
I have to ask Rob this, okay?
Go for it.
He's from there. Have you investigated the lighthouse out there?
Oh yeah.
Judy, I almost forgot that you were here.
She's on my Skype line. I told her to talk, so she can't.
Yeah.
Do you have any cool stories about the St. Augustine Lighthouse?
I have some videos where I did some ghost box sessions there, and that place it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Are they on YouTube? Your YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh well, hold on a second, buddy. Hold on. That's the beauty of my show. Give me a second, because I know I subscribed to you. All right, let me go back.
There's a ton of places here that are great, but man, the lighthouse it never lets me down ever. Every time I've ever.
Oh, some of my favorite Ghost Hunters episodes were the ones at the lighthouse.
Yeah, where that thing looks over the railing.
Yeah, that was amazing. And that's back in the day before I think they really were like there were shenanigans going on the show.
Yeah.
All right, so where should I go on here? Would it be under videos or playlists?
Yeah, if you go under playlist, that's all my Weird Wednesday ones. My channel's like, I got all kind of crazy stuff.
Yeah, Old City Vapors, man. Rob's got some great videos on here. If people want to watch and check it out. So under playlist, only 2 things came up. Let's see.
Weird Wednesday number 57 was my last one that I did at the Lighthouse.
Oh, I see their list. Okay. Under Weird Wednesday. Okay, hold on. It's going to give me a whole list. Hold on. Number 57, let's see. Okay, got it. All right, I got it.
And I'm probably talking at the first time.
It's all right.
You can skip over that.
All right, we are back at the St. Augustine Lighthouse, as usual. And we're going to do a little short session with the Huff Paranormal SCD-1. I'm going to turn it on, let it load up here, and we'll get it going.
Shoutcast Internet radio stations. Channels 10 through 20 now initiated. Channels 30 through 40 now initiated. Channels 50 through 60 now initiated. Channels 70 through 80 now initiated.
And the cops are rolling through, and since it's 3:30, almost 3:45, 4 o'clock. Hopefully,
how many of you are here with me this evening? Can you tell me your name?
How long have you been here at the lighthouse? Can you believe the cops are not in the pool and giving me a hard time this morning? I think I've gone undetected. Can you guys believe that?
I gotta ask Rob, what's going on with the police, man?
It's like 3:30 in the morning, and I was sitting in the parking lot of the lighthouse, and they were cruising through, and the ghost hunters, but at 3:30 in the morning, I figured for sure they were going to pull over and ask me what the heck I was doing.
Right, you'd think they would. Like, oh, I'm just sitting here with my spirit box, trying to talk to the dead.
Yeah, exactly.
What would have been your response, man? I gotta know. What would you have said?
I told them what I was
I've
doing.
got something really funny to say.
What?
I was walking my dog about 2 o'clock in the morning. I don't know why it was that late. And I was walking it down the alley, and I didn't expect anybody to be there. And I had my PSB7, like,
oh my god.
Yeah.
And then round this corner, like 2 people were there, and it's like pure embarrassment.
Oh my god. I think Terry Rowe, that's on the ICT Collective. Is he in? I think he's in like China or Japan. Japan.
Yeah.
And he's going to like.
Or somewhere.
And I think he was feeling a little bit nervous about taking the SCD-1 out there. He's going to these, grave sites and doing water ITC. He's got his headphones, a parabolic mic, the laptop, panel water from water ITC, cameras, all out there by himself.
And there he's there with frying pan on the grave.
You got to remember that there's Japanese people like going, what is this silly American doing in our graveyard?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, total respect to him for doing it,
Yeah, definitely.
All right, I'm going to play a little bit more of this, man. Oh, you got to hit the button here.
Are the 2 girls here, or the 3 girls here, that are often seen sometimes playing over by the trees there? Is the captain here this evening? Do you guys like this SCD-1? Do you know who helped create it? Alright, I put it up on the real fast rate. Do you guys like that rate, that scan rate, better? That thing is flying, dudes. Slow it back down just a hair, because I can't read anything going that fast. Try to speak one at a time and as clear as you can.
Connect to the west. The director. 1, 2. He was in it.
Is there some way I can help you?
But nice to have you with us, folks. Sure. I know.
You guys like it with the reverb on? I think I heard absolutely that. I take it you like it with the reverb on then. Do you guys know my name? Can you say my name for me? That's right, it's Rob. Thank you. I come here every so often trying to talk to you guys. Can you tell me where you're at? Alright, I'm about to end this session. I gotta get home and try to get some sleep. And bid you guys fair adieu. And thanks for talking with me. And I will be back. I'm going to let this run for just a minute more. So if you have something to say, please try to say it now. Alright, good night, and I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for chatting with me, and take care. I'll be back to talk with you some more. And there you go, another short session at the St. Augustine Lighthouse. Early in the morning. It is dead calm out here, and we managed to hide from the police again. Or maybe they're just getting used to me. I don't know. Anyways, gonna take this home and listen to it with the headphones now. And
I love that again.
Again.
So obviously, have they ever talked to you ever? Like, stop and ask you?
Yeah, they have.
Like, and you just tell them straight up what you're doing.
Yep.
I mean, I have. I've been on investigations and stuff, but I mean, they know it because I'm at a place that's, usually, I mean, we call, and sometimes there's mixed signals, like, I remember back the day before I became a part of a group, and I used to go to abandoned places without permission when I was a teenager or my early 20s, having cops come up. Like, there's an old school in Crown Point, Indiana, that was abandoned. I never got to go into it because we got all the way up there. We had a whole plan. Like, we're gonna drive the van around. You're gonna drop us off. Then you're gonna take off. So there's no parked car. We're gonna walk up there. And of course, I had one idiot with me that would not stop shining his flashlight around. I'm like, God, stop it, dude. And we get all the way up there, and I swear it was pitch black. Even though the moon was full and shining down, it was like none of the light would absorb. Like, it was like being absorbed by some black shadow on the building. and a cop pulls up. I'm like, dang it! And he was really cool. He was just like, yeah, I can't let you guys go in there. It is own private property. He was really cool about it. He's like, he just kept on looking at the place while he's talking at us. Like he looked scared, and he's like, you guys should just go.
Yeah.
Like, a sad thing is they eventually tore it all down, and nobody got to go in it. But there were some crazy stories about the place. But I just remember the look on that cop's face as he's just looking at this place like, God dang you kids. I did not want to come driving down, because it's a long little road back to this building. And it's like, damn it, I did not want to come down here. But he was nice.
Yeah, I've had him, ask me what I was doing before, and that's one thing that's cool about this town is you're, like going down to the Castillo de Marcos, the old fort. Every time I've been down there, like at 2 o'clock in the morning, I always run into somebody that is ghost.
It's St. Augustine, Florida. I'm sure of it. You live in a great town for ghost hunting.
Yeah.
I'm jealous. I'm highly jealous.
Yeah. Love it here for sure.
Well, thank you so much for calling in and be my second caller.
Yeah.
And my only one, because I don't think you've got anybody else trying to contact you, right, Judy?
No,
Nope.
nobody. And thanks for putting up with my losing you.
No.
Good job. That's mainly what I was going to call and say.
Well, thanks, and thank you, Judy. I came up with the idea of making her my call controller or screener or producer or whatever tonight, last minute, and I had her on late last night trying to figure this out. Because my hope is on Halloween, I want to do a Halloween special. We're going to be ending the show here in a minute, so I'm going to have to talk about that. I want to do a Halloween special. If anybody watches this next time, I will do another open lines. I want to do a Halloween special, and I want to try to get people calling about their ghost stories. I really want people to call them with their ghost stories. But hopefully, I get my dream is one day to get my show big enough to have enough listeners that I get that kind of callership in. Like if I got 3 or 4 calls in one night, that'd be awesome. I'd be happy about that.
Now.
Yeah, you're getting a lot of practice.
Rob said that when he was on earlier, it updated on him.
Yeah, Skype decided to do an update the night I do the show, bastards.
I'm glad you weren't too busy, Judy.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. It worked last night.
Rob, you do your Wednesday, Weird Wednesday, every Wednesday?
Yeah, I try to do it every Wednesday.
Yeah.
Every now and then, I miss one.
And that's
Get them up there.
and it's Old City Vapors. That's what they look you up on YouTube.
Yep.
All right, yeah, because I've watched some of your videos. I watched them more recently too, and yeah, we're gonna have to get you on one night. Next ITC Collective night's gonna be Mike Costa. I was really hoping he was gonna call in. He said, "Oh, I got a great black-eyed child story." He's like, I was like, "Oh, you gotta call in," but he didn't know if he was gonna make it or not. But I will have him on the ITC Collective as the main guest for the next show.
I really wanted to hear his story as well.
We might have to get it out of him on the night of the ITC Collective, or I'll make him save it for my Halloween show if I could convince him to call in for it. But yeah, he'll be the main guest for the next ITC Collective show, as far as I know right now. Future, I would like to try to get Steve Huff back on, and with people like George Brown or Anthony. And speaking of, too, people who watched this video of Rob's, it mentioned right after you asked, who made this app, and it said Anthony. I heard it,
Yeah.
and then the good old Huff comes through. So many people get Steve Huff on their portals and that.
I do.
Yeah. Have you built a portal?
Yeah.
I thought I saw you had a portal going.
Yep.
That's awesome. That's awesome. One day, I got my cheap portal set up. One day I'll somehow get a portal built, maybe for Judy.
Yes.
That's my mission for the next 2 years. Build a portal.
Yeah, same here. My wife would not let me build one. About my chance of building one's because Judy's going to front the dime for building one for her.
Yep.
Because she loves this stuff. Well, thank you, Rob. I guess I'll end the show. Mike had to hop off. Sadly, I didn't get to say goodbye to Mike because we're playing the video. But thank my panel of investigators. Next episode is the 13th. I'm going to have Kevin Malik and Jennifer Celcion, who were my first callers of the night. Thank you, guys. We're going to talk about some of their evidence and stuff as paranormal investigators. They're a great group of people with a lot of good evidence, so I can't wait to have them back on the show. This time we're going to give Jen more time to speak, because last time it was on UFOs, and Kevin kind of got a lot of speaking time, so we're going to get Jen on and let her talk a lot about her experiences and talk about their evidence. Of course, Kevin's going to talk, too. So I can't wait to do that. That'll be September 13th, 10 p.m. to midnight again. That's my usual bat channel. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being on. Lisa, thank you for being a trooper. What time is it where you're at?
6:24.
6:24 a.m. Oh, my God. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you to my science officer, Chris Beal, for hopping on.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what time it is. For him, it's probably late for you, no matter what.
What do you have to say?
I'm trying to say you got two kids, and you usually have to get up pretty early in the morning.
I'm old, man.
Yeah. Well, I feel you on that. And
Even though I'm in England, I think I'm in your time zone.
yeah, you should live in this time zone the way you don't sleep. Josh, thanks for coming on. Finally,
no problem.
Give you time to talk a little bit.
And not snore.
And not snore on my show. And thanks, Judy, for being my call screener tonight, even though we didn't have more than 2 call-ins.
I'm glad it started out slow.
Hey, Deanna never called. I really wanted to speak to Deanna tonight.
Oh, yeah, Deanna never called, and I really thought she would. She was the first person to add me to contacts when I advertised this. Oh, you're back, Michael. I thought you might have jumped out or whatever. I said I wanted to tell you thank you for coming on.
No problem. Thanks for having me on. My internet decided it wanted to do whatever it wanted to do.
Oh, God, I know that feeling. We'll get you, Michael. We'll get you back on for another show one night and maybe talk about some of your evidence at the Devil's Hole and Gettysburg and that. Get some of your evidence on here again. You got some great evidence.
No problem. Anytime you're ready.
Yeah, definitely. I'm booked up now, happily to say, for September and October with shows for guests. So I guess that's a good thing, to be booked up.
And I want to put a thanks out to Lisa for guinea pigging last night.
Yeah, Lisa was a trooper. She was up this late last night with us, 6 a.m. her time, trying to figure this out. So thank you, Lisa. You've been a big help.
You're welcome. Anything for you guys.
All right, Judy, I'm going to let you and Rob go. Thank you, Rob. Like I said, I'll get you on an ITC Collective night as a main guest. We'll talk about your Weird Wednesdays and a lot of the Spirit Box stuff. You got so many videos, man. We'll have to figure out which ones to play.
Yeah.
You do a lot of stuff, but I love it. I just started watching your videos, and so I'm excited to get you on one night. We definitely got to do it.
Thanks for having me, and guys take care.
Yeah, you too, man. All right, talk to you guys later.
All right, guys. Later. Have a good one.
Bye.
So, hey, at least I got 2 callers. It would have been bad if I got none. So I'm happy I even got 2.
I was worried about you getting none.
I know. I was like,
yeah, but at least we got some, so it's okay.
I'm happy I got 2. I'm a small show. I only got 150-something subscribers, and the most views I had now was that last show with Steve Huff. If I would have had open lines that night with him, oh, God, I'm sure I would have had plenty of callers, and maybe not some nice ones too, because of the haters out there. But he would have had a lot of supporters too. And I'm gonna try to talk Steve into that. Now that I got the setup with Judy, maybe let him do an open lines, and I'll let maybe not Judy. I don't know if I want her to take that barrage of people. I might get somebody else because I don't know if I want to put that on her. Maybe I can get Keith to do it or somebody. But get some.
I'll do it for that show. I'll tell them what's up when they call with their bullshit.
Yeah, but you gotta ask them that I don't like to screen the call too much. I want people to call in to say where they're from and their that name. But if I have Steve Huff on and if he lets me do a call in line for a show, it will be a call screen. Like you'll have to tell them who are you, what are you calling about, what do you want to ask. I will have that screen because I am not going to let somebody barrage on my show, or it'll be immediate hang up.
I think he'll be definitely willing to do it again.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be awesome. If he doesn't want to do call screeners, I don't blame, or call-ins, I don't blame him. But I'd like to get him on for an ITC Collective show with George Brown, or Josh Lewis, or Anthony Sanchez. For one of those ITC Collective shows would be really cool. So
I'd love to see Anthony on here.
Yeah. He's watched it, so I'm hoping he will. I know George has watched it, and I've talked to Josh Lewis recently, so I'm hoping I can get these guys on one day eventually. They're really cool people to talk about the ITC kind of movement. So thank you guys. I better go. I'm always a half hour. I just might as well say the show's 2.5 hours. It's never just 2 hours. It's always 2.5 hours at least. So thank you guys.
Okay. It's okay. It's been good.
All right, till next time, guys. It's going to be, like I said, September 13th, Sunday, 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. with Jennifer Silsey and Kevin Malik. We're going to talk about their experiences as investigators, show their evidence, and have another kind of hangout. That's what this was tonight, guys. This was a paranormal hangout, just with investigators. Let the show go wherever it may, and I like that. Maybe you didn't like it as viewers. I don't know. I will have my guests, but I'm going to have shows like this where I have open lines, and we let the paranormal conversation go wherever the rabbit hole takes us. Tearing a hole in the universe. I'll see you next Sunday.
Am I still awake when you get the time? Leave your soul behind. All the signs align. Am I still gonna away where silence holds the day. Just a witness with the listening. Am I on my I am just one request. I'd like to get when times are still, my passion from the will. Never found my fill.
All right, guys. Next week, remember, September 13th, 10 p.m. to midnight. It's going to be Kevin Malik, Jennifer Selsey from Wisconsin. Going to be talking about their investigations of the paranormal, their evidence. I cannot wait to have these guys back on. And then we're going to shoot for the next ITC Collective show. Is going to be, I believe, it's going to be September 24th. If I got that right. I may have that wrong. We'll see. I'll be posting about that too. And so thank you guys for watching. And next time I do open lines, guys, try to call in. We're going to try to get some good ghost stories up. Probably next, this coming up Halloween. So thank you guys. Have a good night.